got them this time because I told them we were going live 10 seconds before I hit the main menu button. So they said all the happy birthdays before I could go here. So none of you heard it.
Nick, do you really think we'll only say happy birthday once?
Well, I tried. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Nordmark. We are in the second session of the Dwarven Mines. Much has already happened. They met a cult. They killed the cult. They met a gentleman, a lovely gentleman on the side of the road.
Never trust a gentleman.
And now Aegis and Imp are going to die. Well, no, they're never going to die. They're going to
deal with we would not.
They're going to be in eternal servitude in hell should their hit points ever hit zero.
Immortal.
Yeah, they're explicitly immortal. It's going to be fine. So, yeah, welcome in, everyone. The last thing that happened, though, is you went into the hills and you're coming into this sort of valley, this steep rocky valley with a river at the bottom, and flying in overhead, you see the leathery rings of a sonic dragon. No, the leathery wings of a red dragon, and it is flanked by a cloud of flying snakes, and it looks like there's some sort of imp-like creature floating with them as well. And it has seen you. It has seen you. You failed the stealth checks, unfortunately.
Is a purple tiefling flying with them?
No, not this time. So I'm going to need you all to roll initiative, please.
How does everyone feel about just running quickly?
Can you run faster than 240 feet around?
Ooh, no.
21 on my initiative.
Dragons
I can run on a bonus action, and I cannot run that fast.
Dragons are fast. Right, let me put the initiative in for the dragon because I've already actually rolled it. Because I was smart like that, I just didn't put it all in.
So we're not running then?
So
I don't think we can outrun a dragon. That's the problem.
I should. I mean, I can invis and just disappear and be gone, but that leaves the rest of you in a difficult spot.
So, let me describe a little bit of what's going on in the map. So each of the rock walls that you can see, those are 10 feet high. So you're in a sort of gradual spiraling descent to the valley floor. There's a broken bridge, that's a 10-foot jump. There's a river below, that's again another 10 foot down. There's trees that might offer some cover from, say, dragon fire. Then it's again a spiral up. Yeah, cover affects dex saves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't just add to your AC, it adds to your dex save as well. So you can also take cover crouching against these rocks. These only offer light cover. The trees will offer heavy cover from like ranged attacks. As the canopy will basically absorb most of it. So heavy cover being +5 and light cover being +2. You might need that. What you're seeing ahead, you can see the red dragon in the middle, big leathery wings, flap, 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 flap. Scary. There are also 10 flying snakes. They are grouped into 2. I will say, mechanics-wise, these are minions. So how minions work, you hit them with anything, they die, okay? You don't have to worry about how much damage you do. If you attack them with an AoE and you miss and you just still do half damage, like with Thunder Wave and that sort of thing, that amount has to go higher than their HP in order to kill them. But if they fail their save, they just die instantly, okay? So they're really easy to kill, but they are scary. Like, trust me, they are scary. You will want to deal with them as well. They do a lot more damage than you would expect a minion to do. There are also these 3 magma mephits. Magma mephits are imp-like creatures made of lava, and they are following the red dragon. Seems the red dragon may have summoned them from somewhere. Magma mephits are tricksy. They can, all of these creatures can fly, and the magma mephits sort of they delight in trickery and in really annoying you. But yeah, that's what they're coming in. They're coming in along the river and they've seen you now. Are we all ready?
Not remotely.
If I say no, can we just not?
I mean, I could just kill you if you want. Like,
Oh,
Blocks full.
yeah, I could do that. That's fine. I don't mind. Okay, so shall we get started then with the flying snakes, who rolled surprisingly well on initiative, actually. So the B cadre of flying snakes, that's these, they're all coming in at the same time.
where is Stonk on the initiative? I can't see Stonk.
I was just wondering the same myself.
You need to
You
add
gotta add
yourself.
yourself.
Okay.
What did you get
Click on your
for
icon.
initiative? What was your number, just in case it was higher than 22?
Oh, I actually haven't rolled yet.
All right, I've added you.
I've been distracted because I couldn't find my spells on my new character sheet.
Fair enough.
So-
Well, just roll it now and we'll just double check, because if it's higher than 22, I'll have you go first, obviously. But
It is 14.
okay, so
With your bonus.
50.
lovely. Right, these are coming in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's easier with mouse controls just to move them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I will actually position them. So these are tiny little creatures. They're little bastard things. They could have locked themselves. Oh no, there we go. So that one's coming in like that. 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 And that one's coming in like that. There we go. Those are the flying snakes, but they've dashed. They can't attack now. We go to a 1 in.
Okay. I reckon one is gonna try and whack him with the trident.
Good idea.
Trident whack. Which is a 2-handed weapon.
Which means you get the cleave, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, that's a great idea on minions. Okay, yeah. Well, that's the only time you can cleave. But yes, that's great. So for everyone's benefit, with the cleave rule, you make the attack against one of them. If it hits and deletes it, the attack then gets compared against all other ones within your reach, gradually increasing their AC until it no longer hits.
It's a 19.
A 19. Okay, so the AC of a flying snake is 16. So we're going to delete the closest one. Which,
Yeah.
because they're tiny, they're really hard to select. So that's 1. So 16 Sorry, 19. So let's subtract 2. Let's just do it that way. That's easy. Let's just keep subtracting 2 each time. So 17 still beats 1, so we're going to delete that one. 15 still beats 1, and that's where it fails. So you take 3 out with that swipe. Just...
Nice.
Nice. Very good. Very good. And of course, you still have movement. And then vintage.
I do. And as I do that, the swarm of fish around me, spins around, hits them, and then kind of explodes, pushing me away 5 feet.
Nice. And because you're being pushed, of course, there'll be no attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. It's almost like a jet, like...
Yeah.
I love that.
It's the propulsion system where you detonate a bomb at the back of the
Yes.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And our one in is going to follow 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Vintage has 40 movement.
Yep, speedy dog.
25. There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we then go to Aegis.
All right. Damn these little legs. Right, you said it was how much distance is it to jump down the wall?
It is 10 feet.
Okay, so I can get to here, and I can't hold an action with a maneuver, can I? Or can
Also, worth noting, if you fall down 10 feet, you take 1d6 bludgeoning. Just saying.
Fine. Wait, what?
You can climb down if you want, but if you want to jump 10 feet, you're gonna risk the knees.
Wait, what's the? I've got a thing. Is that any weapon attacks? Okay, not much weapons. How much is it to climb down?
It'd be difficult terrain for you unless you have a climb speed.
I'm a dwarf. I don't have a climbing speed. Okay, so that would be 20 feet to get down there then.
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess I'm dashing down the wall then.
Nice, yeah. Speeding away.
So that would be 30 feet to get to there, 35 feet. 40. Oh, I can't get down there. That's not enough. Okay, right, and there. And yeah, just running out in front. Everyone spread out, don't get caught in the flame breath.
Point of contention. It just looks dashing whether he's moving down a wall or not.
Oh,
That's very
nice. Yeah. Okay, over to Imp.
Okay, important question regarding armor of Aetos and such.
Hmm.
When something hits Imp and armor of Aetos is up, they immediately take an amount of cold damage.
Uh-huh.
Would that trigger like a death, or would that be the has to meet their maximum hit points sort of scenario?
Oh, like if a minion hits you.
Yeah.
It would have to meet the maximum hit points. It's when they auto die only when they fail a save or when you succeed on an attack, basically. Okay. Otherwise, it's their maximum hit points. I will say their maximum hit points aren't very high, so there is a chance. Like, they're not particularly strong looking creatures flapping towards you. So it may well still work very well.
Okay.
I'll say that. Okay. I'm not going to give you the exact numbers, but it might be a good idea.
Naturally, I wouldn't have thought you would have, but
it might work well for you. Yeah.
Just so I know specifically what they're capable of doing, because that informs my decision, which is going to be an attack.
Okay.
I longbow attack to the minion groups up this way.
Okay.
Because it looks like my acquaintances have the closer ones in hand, and I'd like to start thinning out the crowd.
Absolutely. And you're well within range, so that's no problem. And good line of sight as well, actually, right through that break in the trees. It's great.
21.
21 hits. I will delete a minion.
I will then... is it difficult terrain just to climb up a wall?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be 5, 10, 15, 20.
They are 10 feet, so it's going to be 20 feet to get up.
Yeah. Yeah, that gets me like there
Okay. That's
at the most. And that's my turn.
all right. Very nice. We go to the flying snakes, who are all going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because they have a 60-foot movement speed. In they come, flapping around Aegis. There we go. And they're all going to attack Aegis.
Oh no.
All right, bring it on.
Here we go. Okay, so let's see how many hits. Right. Tell you what, I'm going to list out numbers. You count the number of hits, okay? 17.
Okay. Nope.
22.
Yes.
26.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, sorry, no, it was 25. 9.
Nope.
And last one, that is 25 again.
Oh, Jesus, you got some big rolls there.
I got some big holes. How many?
Yeah,
how much damage was that?
That was 3 hits.
3 hits. 3 hits. 24 points of damage.
Is what kind of damage is that?
Oh, good point, actually. So it's going to be 3 points of piercing damage and 21 points of poison damage.
Okay, I don't take any of that piercing damage because I have heavy armor master feet.
Yes.
And I take half of that poison damage because I'm a mountain dwarf.
You're a mountain dwarf. It's the perfect time for you.
Okay, so what was it? 21 points of poison.
21 points of poison. So you'll take 10 points of poison and none of the piercing. Very good.
Ouch! That stings.
When you think about it, it's quite impressive they managed to poison him, despite apparently not being able to bite for his armor.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But there we go. Okay, we go to Stonk.
Yes.
There's 2 flying snakes right up by your face.
Yeah. I want to reposition Stonk slightly so he is within 5 feet of these 2 guys, but not of Bob.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then Stonk is going to use a thunderclap.
Oh, yes. It's clapping time. All right, so Thunderclap is a save, isn't it? I believe it's strength save.
Constitution.
Constitution. I get this one wrong every time. All right, let me roll 2 con saves. If they fail, they auto die.
It's a square, right?
Yeah, it's a square around you, so it's going to get both of those flying snakes. So what's their con? +0, so we'll see. Well, that's a natural 20, so one's passed, but we'll see. Does it take half damage for Thunderclap? Thunderclap's a cantrip, so I don't think it does.
No.
Okay, so we'll see the other one, though. The other one's rolled at 2, so both ends of the spectrum here. So one of them dies just immediately. I'm going to do the one that's furthest away from you, I think, because I think that's fairer on Bob. So you've deleted a minion.
Yeah, can I have Bob do something and then come back to Stonk for movement or whatever?
No, Bob's go is straight after yours.
Oh, all right. And now see them as separate tracker.
But Bob will likely be able to delete that last minion for you.
Yeah, but if I move out of its range, then it gets a attack of opportunity.
It does. It gets an attack opportunity. Yeah.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah. Minions are designed to annoy you.
Okay, then I think I'm just gonna give someone Bardic Inspiration and then end Stonk's turn.
Sounds good. Who's getting the Bardic Inspiration this time?
Spread out, Stonk.
Oh, I actually only have one left until long or short rest.
I will say this is going to be the hardest fight.
Well, we'll see, but maybe you can get a rest. Yeah, I think
Totally planning a rest.
Mhm.
We're totally planning a rest, yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. There was
I might just have one now, actually.
there was
You might be having a permanent rest in a second.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a nap.
Aegis is-
There's no rest in hell.
Good point.
Aegis is getting a Bardic Inspiration. Don't
Okay.
forget you can apply that to AC
Nice.
because
Yep.
Aegis last time I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's Stonk's turn. So Bob,
Over to Bob, yeah.
I suppose. Wait, let me check his character is within mine. Pretty much just has bite. Can Bob bite these flying snakes? Like how high are?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They've flown in. They're about your height. So Bob can definitely reach them.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's 5 feet melee. So I guess Bob has to move.
Yep.
If I move him here, is that close enough?
Yep, that's good. As long as you're just in an adjacent square, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Bob is going in for a bite. And so that's a hit. Die roll I have to. Yeah, but then the target must succeed on Cyrus.
Yeah. So first of all, roll the attack. So it's going to
That's
be.
not going to be relevant. So that. Ooh. The 11 to hit.
11 to hit. Oh, let me just check their AC. No, they're quite small and agile. So the snake just flies out of the way. Just shimmies. Yeah. I'm shimmying for the camera at the moment. Hope everyone's enjoying that at home. Yeah, so yeah, it just goes woo.
That's a rough start.
Nice.
Yeah, I think. Do you have to prepare a reaction?
Reactions just sort of happen when they're triggered. So if Bob's got a reaction, which Bob does have a reaction, if the conditions of that reaction happen, just say, I would like to do something with Bob. Just speak up immediately. Just shout over me if you need to. Because yeah, it's hard to remember reactions. Trust me as a DM, it's hard to remember reactions. We get a lot of them and we forget them all the time.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just keep that in mind.
Okay,
and
that's Bob done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, over to the Magma Mephit. Fans of the Guild of Icons will remember these. I caused a group of level 9 players to really, really hate him by the end. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so this Magma Mephit is looking at Aegis. Aegis, what kind of armor do you wear?
It is chainmail.
Chainmail, that's made of metal, isn't it?
Yep.
Sweet.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So the Magma Mephit casts heat metal. I need you. Hang on. Oh yeah, there's no save on heat metal. It's wild. It just happens. It just fucking happens. Okay, so you're gonna take. Whew, spicy. 13 points of fire damage.
Ouch! I don't have resistance to that one.
Until the spell ends, I can then use a bonus action to cause that damage again. You are wearing it, so you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop it if you can't. If you can't drop the object, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of the Magma Mephit's next go.
Okay. I can't drop it. It's donned.
No, it is hot. So it is a concentration spell. I will say that. I'll give you that information. The Magma Mephit is concentrating on this.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be your best idea. But that's the Magma Mephit's go, and we go to Tattle.
Okay, Tassel's going to see Aegis' armor suddenly glow red hot.
Yep.
She's going to see the small imp made of fire.
Yep.
And, just going to the symbols are just going to float around in front of her.
Yeah, absolutely. Magma methods are awful. I love them.
Yeah. Okay, and then she's going to have a few more symbols float around at her. More
Come on,
specifically,
Tattle, it's hot as hell in here.
There's too many symbols.
yeah, that's what they said about me at the Druid School.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry, you nearly broke my concentration. Okay. Small imp-like creature made of fire.
The magma
Plus-
method really did come over and say, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes, Aegis.
Because Tattle said he was so dashing earlier.
So I think Tassel's going to look at the method and say, okay, so many of us here would love to see Aegis remove his armor. He's got that dad energy.
He does. Yeah.
Dad bod.
I have to say, just one thing. And she crouches down, scoops her hand through some sort of mud, and she just lifts her hand up and it's just completely coated in mud. And she just says a word of Druidic. And as she lifts her hand, basically the water sort of congeals from the mud into a blade, which she just skillfully flips into her other hand and throws at the Mephit.
Oh, lovely. We're getting some magic stone.
Ice knife, actually, but...
Oh, even better.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Ice versus fire.
Let me just double
There's a
check.
song
I
about
think
that.
A few books as well, I think.
This might really turn things around for Aegis.
Okay, ranged spell attack. I'm rolling +7.
Is it a natural 20?
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's excellent. Roll damage then. This could be very good.
Okay, so let's raise some interesting questions.
Mhm.
So, whether it hits or not, any creature within the radius of the knife, well, basically the ice knife explodes, and any creature, including the original target, also needs to make a save. So, does it double the damage for the save?
No, it doesn't.
Effect?
Okay. It'll double the damage of what you do, but it doesn't double the damage of the save.
Okay.
But let's do the damage you do first, because that could be quite spicy already.
Yep, okay, let me find a d10. Okay, that is enemy damage. Sorry, wrong dice. Okay, that is 7 points of damage, and it's all cold damage. Oh, wait, no, it's
Ice
piercing
Knife is
damage.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
piercing damage.
The magma method takes 7 points of piercing damage. I will make the dex save for the magma method.
Is that with the
that's a natural
two
one.
dice?
Okay, that's going to be 2d6 cold damage. That is 3 plus female. Sorry. I've got too many gender dice.
Too much gender.
9 points of cold damage.
9 points of cold damage. Well, let me tell you what it actually is. It's 18 points of cold damage because they're vulnerable to it. And that is a dead magma method.
Oh, what
Concentration
a start.
ends on heat metal. Aegis's armor is back to normal.
Demon.
Very good play. Very good play.
Okay, everyone, just stay frosty.
Oh, God. You know how you had inspiration? I'm going to remove that. Okay. Anything else, Tattle? You've got obviously your movement, and that was just your action.
Okay, for some reason I'm locked out of the room again.
Whoops.
Albert has been iffy lately. Hey.
What would you like to do? And I can move your token while you're getting back in if you'd like.
Yep, hang on. I think I'm back. Am I back in? It's loading. Okay, I'm back in. Okay, I think what Tassle's going to do next is bonus action wild shape into a giant hyena. As you do.
Of course.
Let's go.
And she's going to run 5, 10, 15. Would I still take fall damage from this ledge, or am I large enough to just hop down?
Size doesn't matter with full damage.
Okay, difficult terrain it is. So that's 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Not quite safe yet.
Well, that tree would probably give you some cover, position-wise.
Yeah, okay.
Unless the red dragon moves around it, of course.
True. Well, I'll just have to deal with it. And I guess that's my go, and Luna's up next.
Okay. Over to Luna.
Yep. So just before she wild shapes, just as she's wild shaping, it's a very interesting sight to behold. Tattle just sort of makes eye contact with Luna and nods. She knows what to do because, druid nonsense.
Yeah.
And I think Luna has... Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's she's an expert, so she only really has a bite attack.
She's an assistance dog.
Hmm.
She's
a biting teeth dog. Yep, she's a biting. Yeah, she's a biting teeth dog. A surprisingly common role for druid pets.
All right, what's she doing?
Right. I think she's going to... Can she attack this method here that's on Aegis from there, or?
The flying snake. Yeah, I reckon that's probably doable. Snake. Yeah, I reckon so.
Okay, so she's going to lean down from the ledge and take a bite.
Because the flying snake is, up in the air.
Okay, that is, for her first ever attack, a 17 to hit.
17 hits. We delete a enemy. There we go. Anything else for Luna? Before we go to the spicy stat block.
Would she join Tattle? Yeah, I think Tattle would have basically gestured for her to jump into cover. So she's going to dash. Well, not dash. 5, 10, 20, 30. I think that's her movement. Oh, wait, no, she gets 40. 40. And she's going to bonus action dash into the tree.
Okay.
She up the tree.
I think she's climbing down, but with a dash, she can get there.
Yeah.
I like the idea that the dogs just jumped off the cliff
straight into the branch. Yeah.
Branch. I'm back.
Okay, we go to the red dragon who flaps his leathery wings. Anyone speak Draconic, by the way?
Nope.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait, that's a very small dragon.
It's a wormling. They are medium creatures.
Yes, one in does.
You are actually... Oh, one in does, so one in you here. Yes, I will take your lives as sport and take your items back to my trove. Flies around and is going to use its fire breath on Tattle and Luna. I need a dexterity saving throw, please. Tattle, you don't have cover. Luna, you have +5.
Okay, I'll roll Tattle first. Did you say it's a dexterity save?
Yep, dexterity save. I will get a lot of d6s.
That is a 15.
15 passes.
Okay, and Luna... Did you say a +5?
+5, yeah. Because of the cover. I don't have anywhere near enough d6s. Need to get more.
Hey, that's a 28.
28 passes. So you're going to both take half of this. Ooh.
Am I really? Am I really, though?
12 points of fire damage, which of course you can half as well, Tattle. but Luna's going to take 12. So that fire breath comes in.
Yeah, Tattle just sort of bears it, then looks at Luna, looks back at the dragon, and her eyes narrow.
And the dragon continues to fly on and is getting in a position to face Stonk. Okay, that's its go though. Magma Method B's coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and is... Who's in range? I could do it to Aegis again. Anyone else got any metal? Tattle doesn't.
Stonk's got tons.
Stonk is made of metal. Stonk is within range, actually. Stonk, you have a sword, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's getting heat metalled.
Well,
so it is now glowing red hot in your hands. And you take 15 points of fire damage.
15 points?
I rolled well.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You need to succeed on a Constitution saving throw to not drop your sword.
Okay, well, that would
You can choose to drop it.
Oh, yeah. Stonk is dropping it, yeah.
Yeah, so you just go, All right.
Stonk is not holding that right now.
You are now disarmed. Okay, over to Magma Method A.
He's got plenty of arms.
15,
arms.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 is going right up to Tattle. That was a dash. So that's the full move of Magma Method A. Okay, over to the top of the round. It's the Flying Snakes. Flying Snakes B, there's only one of them left. Is in a melee, so he's not going to get advantage or anything. So he's going to just try and attack Stonk.
Oh. I use my cue for Bob to say they're imposing disadvantage.
Oh, yep. Okay, they're imposing disadvantage. I'll reroll. Okay, so that is a 14 plus. Okay, that's an unnatural 20 to hit.
That still hits. How
I rolled a 19 and a 14, and they have +6 to hit.
What?
Minions are scary because otherwise you would ignore them. So that you are going to take 1 point of piercing and 7 points of poison damage. So 8 points in total. And that
is not looking good for Stonk right now, guys.
Yeah. All right, over to a 1 in. Stonk's looking bad. Stonk has a dragon right in front of him. But the snake is actually doing the most damage at the moment.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll all be fine.
Owen's gonna draw their bow, and while drawing an arrow, point it towards the dragon and shout, "Incoming!" This is the vocal component of Hunter's Mark.
Okay, that sounds good. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm genuinely proud. A ranger has remembered to cast Hunter's Mark before attacking something. I always do it afterwards. Every time I'm like, I'll attack. And now, shit. I'm impressed.
And, cool. You know what? Owen's gonna draw the big arrow, which is using the marksman feat.
Okay. Oh, is that where you're taking a minus something to hit and then a +10 to damage or something? Is that,
yeah, that one.
That one. Oh, we're going for it. Overdraw mode.
AKA imposing Pathfinder rules.
Yes.
Here we go.
And that is 21 to hit.
21 to hit. Who are you targeting?
The dragon.
I wasn't paying attention. That hits.
Hell yeah.
Which
means I do
a lot of damage, I'm imagining.
Yeah. Let's find out how much. D8 +1. plus, sorry, plus 4. Ah. Plus 4, plus 10, plus d6. That is 23.
23 points of damage. Yeah, that's amazing. Great hit. Great hit.
Let me mark Hunter's Mark with, I don't know, blue. There you go.
Must have hit a single vulnerable point in its scales.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Actually, hang on. Does it matter what type of armor, what type of damage it is?
Not in this case, unless it was fire.
No, it's not. Plus another 3 piercing damage from the fish. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. Wonderful. So you do this overdraw bow with your fishing rod, and then the fish going behind just go. That's amazing. Yeah. That is a hell of a hit. Absolutely fantastic. Anything else?
Yeah, I might run towards Aegis.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay,
and
you
then,
get in there with Aegis, yeah.
Yeah. And then Vintage's turn.
Okay, over to Vintage, yep.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and goes for a jump.
Okay.
On one of these snakes. 20 plus 3. That is 19 to hit.
19 hits. We'll delete a snake.
Hell yeah.
Good doggo.
Yeah. Good boy, Vintage.
And now.
Okay, over to Aegis.
Okay.
Aegis, as a reminder with the minions, if you use a two-handed weapon, you can cleave through them.
No, Aegis is not. Aegis will step forward and line up his. Oh, actually, so question. If I action surge, can I use that to do a bonus action, or does it have to be an action?
Main action only.
No, I think it's got to be a main action.
Mm-hmm.
What did you want to do with your bonus action?
I'm wanting to do a menacing attack, which is a bonus action, but I'm also wanting to do a second wind, which is also a bonus action.
Ah, I see. No, you would not be able to do that in both, I'm afraid.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm risking it then. He lines up his hand axe, points at the red dragon. No, baby dragon, bad baby dragon, and throws a menacing attack, which is a maneuver.
Dragon.
Oh God.
So this is
yeah. By the way, wormlings are canonically at most 8 years old. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Murdering children.
Hey, it picked on us first.
It did.
Wait, do you mean murdering children, or do you mean murdering children?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, actually, so I don't have to use this until after I hit. So if I don't hit, I don't have to use it, actually. So let's see if I hit first. What is the hit? This is a +5. Yes. That is 20 feet, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that's 19 to hit.
19 to hit. Oh, that's good. That hits.
Okay. And then it is 1d6 plus 3 plus 1d8. Where are my d6s? God, I'm prepared. Okay. Oh, max on the 6, so that's 9. 8. This back.
Some good damage.
Come on, back. Here we go. Right. And where are my d8s? Here we go. And only 2 on the d8. So that is 11 damage.
11 points. Yeah, very
DC
nice.
13 wisdom save.
Okay, the dragon takes 11 points of damage and is now making DC 13 wisdom save. Okay, let's see what they did. Well, nope, that's a 2.
Yes, finally a maneuver comes off. I think this may be the first time this has worked. So it's now frightened of me.
It is now frightened. Okay, excellent. I'm going to give it a little colored
Bad
circle.
baby dragon.
There we go. It's frightened. It is frightened of Aegis.
It's the dad energy.
That's fantastic because unlike most dragons, wormlings are not immune to fear. So yeah.
Oh god, I completely forgot that was a thing, so it's lucky that is the case.
Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. So that's a really good move. Excellent work, Aegis. Anything else?
Somebody heal me.
Yes, probably for the best. Okay, we go to Imp.
Okay, I am going to be concerned about those methods, but the dragon's closer and the minions will be mopped up as soon as somebody pays attention to them was close enough to cleave. So yeah, I'll take one step forward, which I believe puts me within 30 feet.
Yep, okay.
Yep. Imp will then reach behind them to the pack where they have the spell scrolls they recently crafted, prepared. Pull one out, unroll it, throw it into the air.
Get rid of it.
Point to the dragon, and it kind of dissipates into the silvery mist, which just flies over and just settles into it.
Oh, that's cool.
And they just sort of they call out mine, and that's Hex. So it's now Hex. I'm going to target its strength for the ability disadvantage. And then I'm going to launch a longbow attack.
Very nice. We are putting all the conditions out here. Okay, that's great.
I have not rolled the best here. 18 total.
18 hits.
Okay, so that is a D8 for the longbow and a D6 for Hex. So that's 10 piercing plus 3 necrotic.
Ooh, very good. That is now a bloodied dragon wormling. Really good hits on this thing.
I am now going to take 25 feet backwards. 5, 10, 15, 25.
Okay. Over to Flying Snakes A. They're still in front of Aegis, but they're also in front of Vintage and a 1 in now. So one of them is going to go for Aegis. One of them is going to go for Vintage. Let's see how they do. So first up against Aegis, that is 15. So that's probably not going to hit.
That does not hit.
And the one against Vintage, that is a natural 20.
Oh no.
So you're going to take. I actually have to roll this because normally you do average damage, but because I can just double the average damage, I guess. So 2 piercing and 14 poison damage on Vintage. So 16 in total.
Oof.
And that is their go. I think they're pretty happy to just stay in there and fight. Like they are the minions of the Red Dragon. And they will just fight to the death. Stonk, we go to you. You got a dragon right in front of you. And a snake to the left. To the right, sorry. You there, Summer?
You're muted, Summer.
Sorry.
No worries.
I realized I was just saying a dumb joke about how Stonk is stuck in the middle.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to do with Stonk right now because he's bloodied and not doing well. And probably, likely to die from 1 or 2 more hits, depending from where they're coming.
Covered in conditions as well. Covered in conditions, the Red Dragon that you're facing. So, you know.
They're frightened, they're hexed, they're hunter's marked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that, but it's still right in front of me.
It is.
It's
still
still
a
a
thing.
dragon.
You can always
Oh.
disengage and get out of there.
It's on the nose like a shark.
Bad.
Yeah, let's go for the gills.
Rotate it.
How does disengaging work?
So disengage uses your action, but it means they can't take attacks of opportunity on you. No one can for the rest of your turn. So you can then just move freely and you're okay. It means obviously you can't attack, but it means you won't get hit if you move away.
Can Stonk be hit if he moves away using Misty Step?
Misty Step would get you away without getting hit. Yep, they can't get you when you teleport.
I figured it.
That would save you your action as well, so you'd then be able to attack afterwards. Or attack first and then Misty Step away. Whatever you want.
Oh, Misty Step isn't a full action.
It's a bonus action.
It's a reaction, I believe.
No,
Oh,
Let me quick that up.
it is a bonus action.
It's not Smitty. Let's see. Bonus action indeed, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's looking.
I have thrown creatures that have had a reaction Misty Step against you though before, Bruce. That's probably where it's coming from. But that was just bullshit I came up with.
Yeah, no, it's probably more that I'm sleepy.
Oh yeah, no fair. But the Starborn Privateers had that.
The Misty Step is looking mighty attractive.
It's not a bad
Yeah.
shout at all. Yeah, I mean, get teleporting out 30 feet and then you're free to move around. You got your action, you got your full move, whatever you want.
I think that's the best scores. Probably. The question is where to teleport.
Yeah, I mean, you've got quite a radius of movement that you can go. Like 30 feet will get you anything like that. So wherever's good.
Well, moving closer to the magma methods is also not particularly attractive.
No.
And also remember that the dragon can move very fast, so you're not going to get away from the dragon if.
Oh yeah. But
Trying to-
maybe, I mean, there's a chance that it'll take another target tunnel, so I'm kind of doubting.
That's true. It might.
Because I know you want to kill me.
Teleport next to Imp. And just make Imp a more attractive target.
You can't teleport that far. I mean, can teleport and run to hide behind him.
Yeah, you could. You could teleport to there and then run behind Imp. That would work, yeah.
Why not teleport here and give me advantage on my attack?
Yeah, or you could then attack with advantage against the magma method if you wanted, if you teleported there.
Oh, what a wonderful idea if Stonk had more HP to work with.
That's the worrying thing.
Not to throw more things at you here, but because it's frightened of me, it can't move closer to me.
That's true.
Oh.
It can't approach Aegis.
How do we define approaching Aegis here? Like which?
It can't come closer to me in any way.
Yeah, it can't physically get any closer than it is to Aegis.
So it can move, like in this direction, for example.
Yeah, no, it
move
can't do
like
that. It can orbit Aegis, but it can't get any closer than it currently is.
Okay, so it's
Lateral
currently within
movement
20
only.
feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a 20-foot orb of do not get close. There's a 20-foot dad bod aura that is keeping the dragon at bay. Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah, put down a radius so that I know for the red dragon. That's great. Thanks whoever's doing that.
Aegis has all the powers of thermostat in winter.
So yeah, as long as Stonk is within 20 feet of Aegis, the dragon can't follow him.
Yeah.
It's that glow after getting the heat armor thing.
Stunning.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 5, 6. Yeah. I think that's probably the best move for Stonk to just Misty Step straight down, straight south.
Okay.
Just be oriented. So that's 30 feet in this direction. Wait. Let me double check. So, where could the dragon move here then? Is that
Yep. It can move anywhere outside of that circle.
that? was here, right?
It wouldn't be able to
it was
take
there.
like the as the crow flies approach to that. It would have to go either over or around the side.
Yeah, but it can go to anywhere that's not in that circle.
Yeah, well, then Stonk is teleporting over here instead, so he isn't right next to the border.
Good idea. Yeah.
Okay, so that's Stonk out of immediate danger. With a bonus action, and then, well, the bonus action that was free for this period until the next rest. Then the quarter attack.
You've still got your action.
Yeah.
If you have any action cantrips, you can use those because you've cast a spell that's a bonus action. Or you can use a weapon if you have one still on you. Obviously, you've dropped your sword, but if you've got a bow or a crossbow or something like that, you could use that.
Stonk's actually acquired, I don't remember when exactly, but he's acquired a dagger that can be thrown.
Yeah, that would work. That would work great.
Yeah, that's not feeling particularly effective. So, Stonk is just gonna do some math instead. Yeah, I think Stonk is just going to throw a Dissonant Whispers at the dragon.
Okay, yeah, Dissonant Whispers is a great shout. So that is I think a wisdom save? Yeah, wisdom saving throw. So let me do one for the dragon. That is a 7, so that's going to be a failure.
Yeah, something just beeped. What's that? Anyway, yeah, so that's 3d6 psychic damage, and it must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as it allows away.
Oh my god! Do you know what that's just done? That's increased the dad bod aura, because the frightened creature can't get closer to Aegis, so if it gets further away from Aegis, it can't get any closer than how far away it goes.
I didn't realize that. Wow.
So hang on, it's got to it's got to use its full move, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that like double the size of this map or something?
That is a lot of movement. Its movement is 60 feet.
Yeah.
So it's going 1, 2. Wait, it's got to go from Stonk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the dad bod aura is now that large. And obviously roll the damage as well. Yeah, so it now can't get within that circle. My god. You have simply removed the dragon from existence for this turn. Fantastic move. Outstanding. Yeah.
I did not realize that would happen.
Teamwork.
That's a hell of a combo. That is a hell of a combo. Okay. That's
Still close
wonderful.
enough for a running to shoot.
Yep, still close enough for anyone with a longbow. I think short bow it might not be, but double check the ranges. So I'm going to need 3d6 from you, Summer, so that you can, for the psychic damage it takes.
All right, I was almost forgetting about that. But
Yeah.
3d6, that's not with any further bonuses.
No, it's flat 3d6 on that one.
Yeah, but that's 12.
12's good. 12 is good. Fantastic move. Now Bob gets to do something.
What can Bob?
Do something about a minion.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, you got
nom.
those snakes.
I think the character Bob. Yeah. Yeah, I think Bob is just going to try to bite. Bugger right in front of him again. Yeah, so that is a roll for me. Well, that's not happening. That's an 8.
No, that's not going to hit. And once again, it's shimmying. It's shimmying.
But yeah, I'm actually going to give. I'm going to use Bob's inspiration.
Oh, to re-roll it, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, that's the best roll Bob has had so far. Just 12.
No, 12 won't hit either. It's still shimmying. It's a wiggly boy. It's a wiggly lad.
Shimmy, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Over to Tattle.
Okay, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If Luna was here, would that grant advantage?
No, because there's another magma method on the other side.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
Otherwise, it probably would have distance-wise, but not in this case.
What about here?
Yes, but getting Luna there will risk an attack of opportunity from magma method B, but you can do that.
What?
Depending on the path you want to take, yeah, because that will be leaving magma method B space. Entering engagement there, leaving.
Yeah, but
after Tattle.
Down there and then up here.
Yeah, that will be leaving magma method B space.
Oh yeah. Sorry. For some reason, my brain can't handle that corner.
No, that's fair.
Wait, what could Luna take this way around?
Yes, but it might not. Luna might not have enough movement to do that because it's going to be 20 feet to get up there plus squeezing. It's going to be doubling. It's going to be difficult terrain through all of this because you're large, but you're not giant or gargantuan even.
Oh yeah.
Huge. That's the one.
Sorry. Luna does have 40 feet of movement speed, so that's 20.
20 up there, and then 30, 40. Actually, yeah, can just do that. Can just sort of squeeze through there if you want, yeah.
Yep, and would that give me a flank?
Hang on. 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, just about. If you're there, just about. I'll just give it to you. It's very close, but I'll give it to you.
Luna moves after Tattle.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Luna moves after Tattle. That is the problem.
Don't worry, I had that planned.
Oh, you could ready
hold
an
action.
Yeah.
I'd like to ready an action. Yeah. The trigger shall be when Luna attacks the method.
Yeah, great shout. Yeah.
So, yeah. Tattle's going to ready her. Just going to open her mouth. She's in the mood for some spicy food.
Oh, yes.
Luna's going to whiz round and go in for a bite at advantage.
Okay. So you're both biting at the same time, basically. That's really nice. That's a cool image.
Yeah. Bang, 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 bang.
Ah.
Okay, that might not, even with advantage, that might not hit from Luna though. Yeah, that's an 11 to hit.
An 11 is exactly what you need, actually. Their AC is very low.
Wow. Okay. Let's see, that is 1d6 plus 1. That's 6 points of piercing damage, and I'm also going to need a DC 11 strength saving throw to avoid being knocked prone.
Piercing damage. I'll just note that down first. Okay, and then a saving throw. Dex, did you say?
Strength.
Strength, sorry. Okay. That is an 11.
Okay, that is literally it.
Yeah, so it's still up, just about.
Yep, easy come, easy go. But now it's Tattle's turn.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, what were you saying, Nick?
Oh, I was just laughing.
Oh. Okay, Tattle is hitting as a giant hyena. With a 19.
19 definitely hits, yeah.
Okay, so that's 2d6 plus 3. 10 points of piercing damage.
10 points of piercing damage. Good hit. That is a bloodied method. Very nice.
Yeah. I'd like to think Tattle and Luna just briefly sort of both bited at once. They're just sort of, like two dogs with a chew toy.
Yes, absolutely. No, that's great. That's fantastic. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
Oh, yeah, of course, because it was a reaction, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, over to the red dragon. Well.
The what?
Does
the
it
red
get to
dragon
make a
hit?
save at the beginning or the end of its turn?
It
Because
doesn't
it's
get a
afraid.
save at all, actually, on the front.
Oh, does it just lose the condition?
It loses the condition on Aegis' next go.
Okay.
Does it?
Yeah.
I think is it not as long as it's within line of sight of me.
End of your next go,
end
it
of my
loses
next
condition.
turn. Yep.
It's part of the
You're right.
menacing strike. It is going to fly off, I think. Because I'm not going to lie, it only has 12 hit points left, so it's leaving.
Oh. We could have harvested its corpse.
It is too smart for that. So yeah, no, it's off. It flies off
like
back
everything
to
else
its
is gonna
lair.
run away now as well, right?
Maybe, I don't know. They're in the thick of the fight. We go to Magma Mephit B. Magma Mephit B is going to fly to here and use its breath weapon. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from Luna and Tattle, please?
Can it selectively not hit Magma Effort A?
I mean, it can. No, it can't. It's going to hit Magma Mephit A, but Magma Mephit A, you may be shocked to hear, is immune to fire damage.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
makes sense.
Yeah, it's made of lava. Of course it is.
Yeah, that tracks actually. Tassel's critted for a 23, and Luna is rolling a 2. Just to clarify, can only Tassel use her inspiration? Luna can't use it.
If Luna has inspiration, Luna can use it, but Luna can't use Tattles.
Okay. Okay, that is a 9 on the dex save for Luna.
Okay, so Luna's going to take 5 points of fire. Tattle, you're going to take 1 point of fire damage. I've pre-halved it for your resistance. From that breath weapon. We go to Magma Mephit A. Magma Mephit A is right in the thick of it as well. Can I get a good...
Someone please help my poor doggo.
I get a better position for this. Magma Mephit A, are you... How dead are you, Magma Mephit A? Oh, yeah, things aren't looking good. Okay, so you are going to breath weapon as well. And they've worked out, because they are actually reasonable. Well, they're not that intelligent, but they're intelligent enough to know that fire isn't working on Tassel. So breath weapon towards Luna. Dexterity save and throw, please.
Okay, that's better than last time. 17.
17's a pass, so going to take half of this. Which is not much, actually, because I've rolled very low. 2 points of fire damage.
That's good, because Luna's like down to like 4. Well, not like exactly 4 hit points.
Remember, now that they have psychic classes, they do get death saving throws.
That's good.
Okay, top of the round to the flying snakes. Have we got any flying snakes left? Oh, we got one for B. One for B is going to take a strike on Bob. Right, let's have a go. Oh, natural 1. That's a miss on Bob. No luck for the flying snake. A 1 in.
How far away is the dragon?
Let me work it out. So I didn't move it like explicitly. So it's go here. It starts here, right? And then I will
it
move
be less than 600 feet?
Oh, it'd totally be less than 600 feet. Yeah, because it will move on its go. It will dash to move 120 feet away from you. So it's going to be 120 whatever it plus whatever it currently is now. So let me just
200 feet away.
Yeah, it's going to be 210 feet away from you at the moment. So yeah, well within your line of sight. I'm just going to move
I shoot the dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. You take aim with that longbow, and you are an expert archer. So take that shot. Absolutely.
That is a 22.
22 hits.
Come on.
Roll the damage. Have you still got Hunter's Mark on it? I think you do.
I do.
This could be spicy. This could be it.
Which is another d6. 14.
Yeah!
You've done it. Yes. That you see the dragon's really faint in the distance now. 200 feet away. You line up, you take the shot, and it goes. You have to almost take into account the curvature of the earth. Well, actually, you don't because it's flat. But the arrow flies along. The arrow flies along and gets it right in the hind. Not in the ass, in the hind leg, and the dragon falls down, smashes into the ground. Amazing. And yeah, crash lands over there. So well done. Great shot.
Hey.
Okay, anything else?
About 40 feet away, just slightly up the hill, you hear a tiefling loudly say, "Fuck!" That was mine.
Yeah, then I'm gonna move Hunter's Mark over here
Nice.
onto Magnum Effort B.
Yep. That's something you can do as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Very good. And then is it vintage or any movement, I suppose?
I'm taking a step towards Aegis.
Yeah, may as
I'm at
well. Since Aegis is pretty beaten up. Like, has taken the brunt of a lot of these minions.
it. Yeah. And then Vintage is going to give me a sec. Yep. Is going to have another bite at
Yeah, absolutely.
this up in here.
Bitey bite.
Yeah. 16.
That hits. That's another deleted minion. Only one left in the A group, only one left in the B group. This battle has turned very quickly. Thanks in part to the dad bod exclusion zone.
Battlefield control is not to be underestimated.
Indeed. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. This entire battle's being controlled Alt-Delete.
Yes.
Hey. There we go.
Very good, very good. Okay, over to Imp. Oh no, sorry, Aegis. I spun around and skipped to you. Aegis, over to you, sorry. You have a single snake right in between all of you.
I don't think the wormling is afraid of me anymore.
No, you get that feeling. You get that feeling. That effect is worn off.
Okay, so Aegis is just going to smack this snake with a dagger that he
with
picked up from a
advantage
cultist
as well, because obviously you got flanking.
Yes. So that is handy. 17 on the first one.
I mean, you don't need to roll anymore. That's enough.
Right.
It's dead.
And he will use a action surge.
Very nice. So,
and
A are gone.
Then also use a bonus action to say to one in, you got one of those magma methods in your line of sight, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Have a pop at it, why don't you? That is a commanding, whatever it's called.
Okay.
Commander strike.
Commander strike.
You can attack. I will roll a 1d8 to add to the damage.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's only 1 damage.
So I just roll it like a normal attack?
Yep. You make one normal attack, and you add the 1 damage that Aegis has rolled for you.
Beautiful.
Does the one in get to add like the fish stuff and the hunter's mark stuff and whatnot?
That creature immediately uses reaction to make 1 weapon attack. Any features that happen on a weapon attack for that creature apply. So hunter's mark, fish, whatever applies when you attack. Unless it's limited per round.
Yeah, once each turn. I can't use the fish.
It says on each turn. A turn is not a round. You are on Aegis' turn. So this is something rogues also have to pay attention to, because they get sneak attack once per turn, but that means they can get sneak attack on other people's turns.
Excellent.
Yeah. So you do get the benefit.
So 23.
23 hits. Very nice.
Plus 5 damage, plus 2
I will say Hunter's Mark won't apply because the dragon had Hunter's Mark on it, not the method. Unless you moved it with your bonus
moved
action.
it.
Okay, never mind. Ignore
moved it
me.
with the bonus action.
Carry on. Whatever. I know what I'm talking about.
I've got to say, a 1 in appears to be the most competently played ranger I've ever seen, and I'm shocked of it. Like, remembering to move the Hunter's Mark is not something any ranger ever does.
yeah, that was my immediate thought. Was that won't have happened?
That won't have happened. No one does that.
But it did. That's 21.
21. Is that 21 damage?
Yeah.
Rangers.
Yeah.
So that's a dead magma method. That was magma method B, right? The one south of Luna. Yep. So okay, I need a dexterity saving throw from Luna, please, because the magma method explodes in a cloud of lava.
Oh no!
Of course it does.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
You're going to take 6 points of fire damage.
Oh, Luna's down.
Luna's down, but the magma method is gone. What a great round. This has been like... I mean, apart from Luna's had a rough one, but otherwise, it's been a very, very powerful play from a lot of you. Okay, over to Imp with Aegis done, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one I was going to take a shot at just died.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just see if I have a clean line of sight onto this one, and I think I do. However, as Imp lines up that shot, notices Luna is suspiciously not moving as much, glances at Tattle, thinks, Tattle's got magic, it'll be fine. And then I fire anyway.
Evil. I love it. Okay.
Next time, the spider's actually going to bite you.
Inspiration.
Oh, awesome. I'll re-roll that then, because that was terrible.
Inspiration.
I rolled the exactly same thing. It might hit anyway, though. 15.
15 hits, yeah.
Okay.
Their AC is very low.
That's just a D8, which I put down here. 11 piercing.
11 piercing. That is a bloodied magma method. And that had not taken any damage at all yet.
Excuse me?
I am then going to...
sorry, the wrong one. I've put it on the wrong one. Hang on, sorry.
30 feet upwards.
Yeah, sorry. No, it is still up, but it is very, very bloodied now. Okay, there we go. Sorry, yeah, I'd updated the wrong card.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Over to Stonk.
Okay.
Bob's still got a snake, and there is the method between Tattle and Luna.
Yeah. First, just a quick question. Are we planning to do a short or long rest after?
Oh, totally alone. Get all our spell slots back.
Might as well do a long, but I don't think this would be a discussion we'd be having on the battlefield.
Well, I just wanted to check to know how many spells I should be.
Keeping in mind, if the long rest gets interrupted, you will not have all of your stuff back yet to deal with the interruption.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
I will say, position-wise, you're in a very safe position. You don't necessarily need to spend a spell slot right now.
Yeah,
You got one minion and an almost dead method. Like,
just want to know my options.
but yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Because I don't really want to bring Stonk closer to any of the two remaining opponents since he's low on HP. But if I want to attack from range, well, I guess he could throw the dagger.
You could throw the dagger, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so he has to get it out first, I guess.
Yeah, but don't worry about that.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Stonk is going to throw a dagger at the B.
Okay, what is the range of a dagger when thrown?
2060.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. So it's going to be long range, but you can do it. So you'll roll at disadvantage.
No, Stonk said B.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
B. Oh, I'm sorry. My brain melted there for a sec. Yeah, no, you're well within range on B. That's fine.
Yeah, get rid of B.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is a better roll for a change. That is a 16.
16 hits. That is the last of the snakes gone. So you sort of turn around and just like with a combat knife and just take it out in the air. It's like pinned to a wall back further over here. Yeah. And Bob just looks over you and goes,
Good boy, good.
great throw. Yeah.
Failed, but you tried your best. And so Stonk still has movement. I think Stonk is just gonna move further away from the magma methods. There's another
Not a
one
bad shout.
to be hit, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. Yep. Okay, that's Stonk's movement, and that is his turn. And yeah, Bob is just going to follow him.
Okay.
25, 30, 35, 40. Bob
Yeah.
jumps.
Sits next to your foot and just looks up at you and pants.
Yeah.
Okay, we go to Tattle. Tattle, Luna has hit the dirt and is whimpering, is making like noises.
Okay, so Tattle saw the first Memphis explode.
Mhm.
So basically, she's just gonna, as a hyena, her pupils are just going to immediately narrow, and she's going to try and grapple Memphis A.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah. So I will contest that with, what am I contesting that with? Probably acrobatics. Yes. Okay, so the Mephit's going to try and do a shimmy. Let's see. Probably not great, honestly. You have to be a 7.
I have rolled a 13.
There you go. You got the Mephit grappled.
Okay. So I'm just going to spin the she's basically just going to grab it in her jaws and just spin right. Oop.
Yeah,
Let me
just
pick up the method. I
it's
can't move the
really,
method, can I?
yeah, it's well, point out where you want it and I'll move it. It's
she's just going to grab it
annoying.
in her jaws and just spin it right round.
Spin it right round.
So
Yeah.
So it's between. So she's between it and Luna.
Nice. That's great. Anything else?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I think she's just going to be focused on just holding it there in her jaws. So
Makes sense. Okay, Luna, death saving throw, please.
2.
It's 1 failure. Okay, Magma Method A is currently being grappled. Well, first of all, you're lucky the fire breath doesn't recharge, because Luna would have been in the arc. If it had. Okay, so Magma Method is going to use Claw Attack on Tattle. So let's roll that. That is a 19 to hit.
that hits. I'm absolutely loving this mental image.
Yeah, it's just going at you. Okay, so you are going to take 3 points of slashing damage and 2 points of fire damage, which obviously halves to 1 point of fire damage. So 3 points in total. 4 points in total. Forgot the modifier on the slashing.
Does that another half dozen times I might be bloodied as a hyena?
I know, right? Druid problems. I have hit points. That's the Magma Method's go, though. The flying snakes are dead, so we don't have to worry about them. We go top of the round with a 1-in. It is just the Method left.
It is.
Tattle catches your eye and basically just gives a glance that says, "Do it."
Then I guess I have to shoot the Method. Oh, also, actually,
Shoot Luna.
Before I shoot the Method, I remembered to use my bonus action to put Hunter's Mark back on.
Damn.
It's 3 for 3. I'm impressed.
We need to nerf Talia.
Talia's too powerful.
Yeah.
She's too good at D&D.
This is all that Salaster training.
25 to hit?
25 to hit. Yeah, that might.
Yeah, I get +8 to hit with my longbow. So.
Oh, damn.
+8.
It's the archery fighting style, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rangers, they just keep stacking the numbers. They are extremely good class now that they're actually fun to play. Okay, roll the damage.
22 damage.
My God.
That is the hit point maximum of the Method. It had 2 hit points left. Okay, Tattle, I need a
Massive
dexterity
damage.
saving throw, please, as it explodes.
Would I even get one if it's clamps in my jaws?
I mean, you can choose to fail if you want, but you do technically get one.
No.
Control over the
I get
flames.
one. Yeah, I know my rights. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the reflex saving throw of a dexterity save of a?
I imagine.
I know which
Giant
edition
is
I'm
probably
playing.
pretty good.
Yeah, That's 17.
17, that's a pass. So you're going to take a quarter of this. So hang on. 3, you take 1 point fire damage. Goes in your mouth, literally. Like, it just singe your tongue a bit. Like, that's it.
Yeah, since I presume this is combat over, Tattle's immediately just going to revert back to her humanoid form, leaving a giant sort of hyena-shaped cloud of ash. Like you're a cannibal when Thanos snaps his fingers. So they're all dead. What's happening with Luna? Luna's on the ground, not doing great. I'm immediately going to feed Luna a health potion.
Okay, feed Luna a health potion. Luna's back up. We don't have to worry about the death saves. I will say you can reach the dragon. We're not going to do like an adventuring thing to get to the dragon's body. That's fine. And I will let you know what little loot the dragon had on it. There is an arrow protruding from the dragon's scales that looks a little special. It is ornate. It is silver. And it is a +1 arrow, which I'm now regretting writing down on the list, having seen what a 1 in is rolling to hit at the moment with bows. But nonetheless, there is a magical +1 arrow. So the way +1 ammunition works is you only get 1 of them. So once you use it, you have to go and collect it again. They don't break like most arrows do. So you know how you only get half your arrows back at the end of a fight? This you will always get back, but it means only 1 of your shots is a +1. So choose which one it is, basically. And then you'll get it back afterwards, unless you like fire it off a cliff or some nonsense like that. But most of the time, if you're in a combat, I'm just going to say it's always going to be in a place where you can get it back. But if you do something stupid and go, I go up to the cliff and fire the +1 arrow, I'm not saying you're getting that back. But yeah, so you've got a +1 arrow. It is magical, so it gets past all the magical resistances that creatures have, werewolves and that sort of thing.
Excellent.
And yeah, that was embedded in its scales.
What I'm hearing here is that we need to get an artificer to make it a returning arrow.
You can't. You can't put infusions on magic items.
Oh.
No, you can't.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately, you can't.
Or you need to get a dog that can retrieve your arrow for you.
Fetch.
But yeah, there's a red dragon's corpse, if anyone wants to take a look at that. But also, I will say that you would all know, and you all know enough about dragons to know that dragons have hordes and lairs. And this was very clearly not in its lair, but its lair must be nearby, right?
I imagine it was probably flying off to it, right?
It was probably heading in that direction, yeah. Now, you don't know where it is, and I will give you what rules we'll use to locate it if you want to try and find it. This is your choice, because there is a risk associated with it, mostly that you run out of food while searching the hills for a tiny little hidey hole. Yeah, check how much 5 million rations that you've got.
I've still got 18 rations.
Yeah. Can Tattle do a necropsy on the dragon first?
Sure, you can. You can work out that it died. Sorry, no, that's an autopsy. It died from an arrow.
Yeah. I like to think Tattle's just doing a wonderfully sarcastic summary of how it died, as if it's some sort of mystery. Yeah. So yeah, you can have a look at it. If anyone wants to do any harvesting, they can try that as well. There are red dragon scales, and you can use those.
Nick, even though we're out of battle, can I do a bonus action second wind to re-heal myself?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to be in battle to use anything in 5e, so go for it.
Cool.
Unless it specifically says you have to be. I think there are like 1 or 2 things that specifically mention initiative or something like that, but otherwise, usually you're fine.
Also, can we carve the dragon up for meat?
You totally can. You can, once again, I mean, Frida's going to be very proud looking at home as you carve up a sentient sapient creature for meat. An 8-year-old.
Do you mean you've got no soul? Oh, dragon meat.
But yes, you can do that. Absolutely. Roll me a survival check if you would like to do that.
We'll try and get some of those scales as well, Tattle, yes?
I'll give
Sorry,
advantage.
can't
of
hear
the
you
roll
over steak.
to,
Steak. Got a craving for steak right now. Maybe some spicy steak.
You can offer advantage, yeah, Imp, if you want, by assisting.
Oh, that's good because my first roll was a 9.
Imp, do you have survival proficiency?
I don't. I know a ranger that does.
A 1 in you
Yeah,
can offer
survival
assistance.
Yeah. That's a 24.
24. Okay, so you're going to get, let me see, you're going to get about 20 pounds of dragon steak, and you are going to get 8 scales that are usable. Like these ones come off pristine, and they those can be used. Now those 8 scales, there is already a recipe that Ben's made on what you can do with these. You can make an unguent that confers either fire resistance or fire damage. And I'll give you the rules for that later. What we're going to do now, though, is take a break and let you sort of discuss your plans. And I will let you know what the rules are going to be for finding the lair. So what it's going to... in fact, I'll tell you now, and then you can discuss during the break. It's somewhere around here. It is within a 64 square mile radius of here. You have an idea, but you're going to have to track it down. That is going to be a survival check to find it. You can make 1 check each day, and basically it's going to be a high DC, but eventually you'll hit it. But it's just how many days of rations are you spending walking around. There won't be random encounters while you're walking around. It's just going to be, we'll do it like quick succession, but how much rations are you going to have to spend? Bear in mind, you're going to have to spend 1 day's rations for each of you, 1 day's rations for the dogs, also water.
Question.
Yes.
Well, firstly, we've got a stream right there.
You do, but you won't be there all the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Secondly, how many rations does each dragon steak count as?
Each dragon steak, I'm going to say, counts as... I'm going to say, let's see, probably that the steaks...
Rations are £2.
Rations are £2, so you've probably got 10 days of rations out of it.
Okay. Also, question: would I know if there's any other use for dragon meat apart from just eating?
Yeah, probably really annoying the platinum dragon Bahamut. Like,
well, we'll cover 2 episodes that with
annoying.
Canaries.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've had a great experience so far with people with canaries. But no, there's probably no other. It's just meat. It's not particularly magically enchanted at this stage. An ancient dragon, it might be a different thing, or an adult dragon even. But wormlings they're about 8 years old. They don't have a ton of magic. Most of their magic is linked to their horde, and they're not near it. And most horde magical effects actually don't happen until the horde gets to about 10,000 gold pieces in value. It's actually based on monetary value. By the way, I'm not making this up. This is actually all in Fizzbands. But wormlings don't have that much money. So they don't get magical lair effects, and the magic doesn't imbue them with spell casting and things like that you later get as you become a much more ancient and much more rich dragon.
So you're saying we nipped a capitalist in the bud?
Yes, absolutely. Red dragons particularly are very capitalist, very warmongery. They are your archetypal dragon. They are, Smaug and that sort of thing. Red dragon. That's where all of this is based off of. They are your classic. So yeah, you killed a baby and ate it. I'm going to bring you back to the world map. And we will start having a look. So, first day, can I please get your rolls for both the survival check, for foraging, and the survival check to find the lair?
11 for finding the lair.
That is a failure.
Okay, and for the foraging, that is... Let me just check my survival score again. A 21. Interestingly enough, I rolled 2 16s.
Okay.
Should we be doing short rests between these because it's the next day?
Yep, you can do a short rest. You're still on the same day right now, but you'll do a short rest at the end of this.
Okay.
So you gain... Just grabbing the amount. Yep, so you gain food and water for today. because you've just hit the DC. Very good.
That is a high DC.
Yep.
So you take a short rest. So do all your short rest resources. They will come back. And now, next day. Oh, can someone be marking down how many days you've spent on this? Because I'll forget.
It's in my notes. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. So that's one extra day.
Day 3, I think.
You've found food and water for today, so you're all okay. You don't need to mark off rations or anything like that.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. Actually, I've got to roll a d6 plus your wisdom modifier to determine how much you find. So what's your wisdom modifier, Tattle?
My wisdom modifier is +5.
Okay, so you find 7 pounds of food and 11 pounds of water. 11 gallons of water, sorry. So you're fine for water, but you're actually going to have to use some rations tonight. Because you need 2 pounds a day.
Hey,
on to the next day.
Dragon steaks for all, I guess.
Yep. Everyone's eating the dragon steaks. You probably want to eat those first, to be fair, before...
Yeah,
God
it's not like we have time to reserve it.
Before the guilt really seeps in.
Oh no, more dragon steaks for Imp.
It's really bold of you to assume Tattle wouldn't actually eat it like an actual humanoid.
I'm not assuming that. I'm not assuming Tattle wouldn't eat a humanoid. I'm merely making sure you all feel the requisite amount of shame, okay?
Look, I'm just making it clear that she isn't gonna.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so day 2. Give it up for day 2. Let's get the rolls for foraging and for locating the lair.
15.
15 on locating the lair is...
Hang on. If we found water, does that mean that we just got food? Because we need
technically
water?
speaking, no. What you found was like pools of water and a spring, but no fish. I will be rolling to see if there's... No, not this time. There's no river, so you're not automatically fed and watered. But yes, you get a d4 every day to determine that. No luck on the lair this time. How about with the foraging?
That's an 18.
18. That is just enough in this time, because I'm basically rolling the DC each time. There's 3 possible options on how much food is around. So food-wise, you get 8 pounds of food, and water-wise, you get 7 gallons. Mark off some food and water.
What if we filled up before we left where the stream was?
You probably would have, yeah. You probably would have filled your skins. But
Stonk stuff is still...
Remember, you need 1 gallon each per day, including your dogs.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Well...
Okay, that's the last of the steak then.
Getting it so far.
So fundamentally, you need 8 gallons a day in total combined, and you need 16 pounds of food. So...
Yes.
But each ration set is 2 pounds of food, just so you know. Okay, on to the next day then. Let's see if there's food and water that a 1 in can use to fish. There is this time, so you don't need to make the foraging roll. A 1 in is providing.
Yep, can I assist with the survival check to find the lair then?
You can, yeah, absolutely. So the survival check to find the lair is with advantage now.
It's 25 or 13. I picked the 25.
25 is good. That's it. That's it. The DC was 20, and you found it. So you find yourselves ever just slightly north, and you come on this small cave. I could have phrased that better. You
come on this small hole in the ground.
You reach a small cave, and you can smell from it this hot melting rock. You can smell magma deep inside the cave.
This smelly cave.
Now, what we're going to do here, this is a skill challenge. The lair is not defended, all right? You faced everything from the lair already. However, it is not a safe environment. It is hazardous. There are gushing spurts of magma. There are close, tight walls. It is possible for a cave-in to happen. So the way a skill challenge works is I'm basically running a clock. For those familiar with Blaze in the Dark, what I'm actually running is a counter or a tally. you need to hit a total of 10 successes to get to the lair. In this case, normally with skill challenges, there's a certain number of failures that counts it as a failure. In this case, each failure, you're going to take damage. So, the only other thing you can do, if someone's about to take damage, you can attempt a skill to save them from that damage. You may take it instead, or you may take a reduced amount depending on the result, but you can try and do that. But only one person can try that for each time. It's not like everyone piles on and tries to get down Mr. President, someone. I'm going to assume the dogs are staying outside.
Yes.
For their own safety. And the rest of you are going in. So what I need you to do is think what you can do to get you further into a cave that's full of magma, that's full of tight spaces, that's dark, all these possible things. Think of some way you can help using your skills, your magic, your abilities, anything like that. If you use a limited resource, something like a spell slot or something like that, something that's not a short rest resource, it has to be a long rest resource, it's an automatic success.
So my spells don't count.
No, they don't. But if it's a long rest resource, it's automatic success. You have to explain how it helps, though. And I need a different skill from each of you if you're using skills.
Mm-hmm.
So, tight cave, gushing spurts of lava, and the glint of gold deep inside. Who would like to go first?
Okay, Tattle could turn into a small creature to just scout ahead. Yep. Easier to avoid lava spurts, and she's fireproof anyway. Or well, resistant.
Okay. What would you like to do that? Like, this isn't a long rest resource, right?
Yeah, it's wild shape, so it's a short rest resource.
So, I'm going to need a skill.
Okay. What would be the best animal for navigating a small cave full of fire?
A bat?
A ferret or a stoat or a bat?
Oh, you don't have
Yeah.
fly speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, a ferret or a stoat might be good.
Or a banui?
Yeah, a banui.
Is the cave like a horizontal kind of cave, or is it more a vertical cave? Is it lowering down?
It is a mix of both, actually. You've got some really tight horizontal bits and then some steep drops, some long climbs. You've got really hazardous areas which are very slippery and crumbly, hazardous areas that have got gouts of flame coming up and everything. But in this case, sort of just think of a bit of terrain you'd like to affect. You don't have to do it in sequence. We're sort of building this collaboratively.
I'm kind of thinking like I'd provide my rope, like that could be then Tattle could take down into the cave, and the rest of us could then use that to follow on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Rope is not a long rest resource, so you'll need a skill associated with it, but something like athletics to hold the rope or, anything like that. You can also, by the way, instead of a skill, you can make a saving throw instead. If it's something like if you're jumping in to help someone or something like that. You can also make an ability check without a skill attached. If it's just like raw strength or raw speed, raw charisma somehow, whatever works.
Does it have to be something we're proficient in, or can we just use any?
You do not have to be proficient in it. Obviously, your chance of success is lowered when you're not proficient, but you can definitely do something you're not proficient in.
Okay. So a giant spider could, would there be enough space for a giant spider?
In bits of it, for sure, there would be some space for a giant spider. There are some narrow bits as well. People might need to help you through.
Wait. Hold on. Giant centipede.
As an Australian, I can tell you spiders can fit in any gap that you can see.
There are creatures with that ability.
Okay.
Spider is not one of them.
I think a giant centipede is probably just strong enough to carry a robe.
Giant
so that could
centipede
probably
sounds
do
great.
it.
Yeah, so you turn into a giant centipede and you carry the rope. What skill are you using or ability or?
I think I'd say I'd probably use perception just to find somewhere to sort of safely fasten the rope.
Sure, that sounds good. It's dark at this point. Do you have dark vision?
Do giant centipedes have dark vision?
They sound like a kind of creature that would have dark vision.
Oh, they have blind sight.
Blind sight, so you're fine. You're fine, absolutely. So roll, not even disadvantage then with blind sight. Wait, what's the range on that blind sight?
30 feet.
That's fine, that's plenty. Yeah.
A perception, aka Tattle's best score. That is a 25.
25. Right. Success number 1. 1 out of 10. Well done. So you start crawling through and you're looking for a good path. You're dragging that rope and people are able to follow behind and people are able to follow along and enter the cave and enter a safe area which is not crumbling. What you then get to is quite a deep chasm. And further down, that's where the gold is going to be. But that deep chasm is a long way down. It's very, very treacherous. Who's stepping in to help here?
Do we know how deep the chasm is?
It's very dark and you cannot see the end of it. So it's at least 60 feet.
That is longer than the rope, which is 50 feet.
Stonk has 2.
I mean, we have rope each, so we could just tie them all together.
Yeah,
and
tie them together.
Reminder that rope will not be the solution to this problem because there will be a skill check still applied.
Yes, we know.
Aegis will be the anchor for the rope, so he'll be at the back holding the last bit of rope, however many ropes are attached to it. So he will do a strength save if necessary.
Strength check or athletics I'll allow on this if you want to use athletics if you've got that.
He's more there as like the safety net if anyone does fall.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll hold you there. We won't roll it yet. If someone fails, we'll let you make a strength save to stop them from failing, okay?
Yep.
That sounds great.
Okay. Imp is like all kinds of fast and has amazing reflexes. So could I make it with the support of somebody else helping with the rope? Could I use acrobatics for it?
Swan dive. God. He just is like
I'm not climbing down. We can sort of pick it up like around a stalactite or something.
All right.
So Aegis has some leverage to work with, and then they just ease Imp on the way down. And what they would effectively do is walk down the chasm.
All right, yeah, walking horizontal. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah. That sounds like acrobatics. That's great.
Abseiling. That's the word.
That's the word. Plain abseiling from here.
Yeah.
Hey.
I really wanted to do it Mission Impossible style.
Well, thanks to Aegis' dad bod, there is some abseiling going on for sure.
Stonk has proficiency in acrobatics, so can help, right?
In this case, you'll be doing something else because acrobatics has now been ticked off. Once you've all done something, by the way, we can then go back and open things up because there aren't that many skills. But
I intimidate the cave.
You could, intimidate the cave, shout at it. No, but the reason is to stop everyone just rolling the same thing constantly, basically. What was your roll, Imp?
17.
17. Okay. A 17 is a failure on this one. So, Aegis, I need that strength save.
Okay, come on. Oh, that's a 12.
That's a 12.
I will use my inspiration to reroll.
Inspiration, okay.
And that is a 19 on the save.
Can 19. I have casted Arm of Agathis?
You didn't, so no. 19 is enough. So you slip and Aegis grabs the rope and pulls you up. You are not going to take the damage from the failure this time.
That's not the move we discussed.
Aegis, that counts as a success. So you're now at 2 out of 10. Okay, we have a 1 in and Stonk left. So you're starting to descend this cavern. And you see a red light at the bottom and it grows brighter and brighter. There is a plume of magma shooting up this tube that you are in. What are you going to do? And it can be either Stonk or a 1 in. It doesn't have to be specifically a 1 in.
Plume of magma?
Yeah, there's a plume of magma coming your way.
I, at this point, pray to Petrichor for things to cool down a bit.
Sure. Do you have religious favors?
I do. I have 2.
Are you using those?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an interesting way it interacts with skill challenges. That's going to also succeed because this is more than a long rest resource. You can't get this until your next downtime.
Something I only use one?
You can only use one. I mean, you can use two if you want, but there's no benefit. No. So, yeah, you can use one and you auto pass by praying to Petrichor. So, out of nowhere, a mist descends in front of you, and it is a cold, wet mist that cools the magma down, and you get like a couple of stones, a couple of pebbles hit you, but it doesn't hurt.
And a bit of a sauna.
Bit of a sauna, yeah, kind of effect, but you're okay. So that's 3 successes out of 10 as you descend further into the lair. Stonk, this one's going to be on you now. You're descending in, and suddenly a cloud of bats comes straight out, startling all of you. It looks like Aegis is about to slip and fall. What do you do, Stonk?
So there's a cloud of bats coming at us, and Aegis is about to slip and fall?
Straight out of they came out of a nook in the side, and they're screaming and screeching, and Aegis was startled and just like, ah!
Okay, so they came at Aegis.
They came out at all of you, but Aegis is the first one. You saw Aegis get startled. You're not startled by this because you're Stonk, and this is just
Aegis doesn't like animals.
If anything, you're hungry to eat the bat, but
That tracks. How far are the bats from Stonk?
they're all around you now. They're all around you.
All around.
Mm-hmm.
Within how much feet?
Within any amount of it. What do you want to do, basically? And I'll tell you how many feet you're in. It's almost certainly the answer is you can do it. This is a lot more freeform than the rules-based D&D often is.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not sure what the best move here is, but Stonk can do a thunder wave to get rid of the bats.
Absolutely, you can do a thunder wave. That is a long rest resource. That is an automatic success. So you blast the bats away with a Stonk thunder wave. Obviously, mark off that spell slot. Yep. And 4 successes out of 10, and you continue and you descend. So now you've all had a go.
Tattle looks sadly at the dead bats, by the way.
yeah, that's a lot of dead bats. You've all had a go. You're at 4 out of 10. You're doing pretty well. No one's taken any damage yet. The skills are back on the table. However, you can't use a skill you've used before. You can use a skill someone else has used. But for example, Tattle can't do perception again. Okay? Who would like to do something? I will describe the situation. You're descending further into the gloom. It's very, very dark down here. All of a sudden, the edge of this sort of almost like vertical caldera that you've been climbing down disappears as it opens up into a massive spherical cavern. Okay, you've lost your footing now, and you are dangling in the air. What do?
Can I use nature to just try and find a sort of a foothold in the stone?
Are you trying to like climb up to the underside of it?
Yeah.
Nature sounds good. It's going to be a hard DC to use nature for that, but it's definitely doable. It's doable. It's something you can do.
Question, before you roll that and we commit to it, what if I used a charge from the Wand of Web to stickify us all and make it easier for us to climb instead?
You could do that.
Sticky.
I think that will probably be easier than the nature check. So unless he wants to do it.
I mean, my next question would have been if survival would have a better DC on it.
Survival would have had a much better DC than nature, I think, for that, because mountain climbing and all that is very much more survival. You can use nature to do it because you know there'd be a geology sort of angle around it, but it would be a lot more difficult than survival knowledge, I think.
Okay.
I'd leave it up to you. Either my wand or your survival.
How many charges do you have left on that wand?
7. I haven't used it yet this quest.
Okay. Yeah, if you're happy to use a charge, we can just use a charge.
Yep, okay, we do that. Wand of Web, and then we use the sticky of that to climb.
Yep. automatic success. So you're using the wand of web to create sticky areas that allow you to sort of essentially walk along the ceiling. It's pretty cool. And you're all walking along like that in the darkness, and the cave. It's basically a large sphere, so you gradually start curving down. Towards the end, though, the stickiness is starting to fade, and you feel yourself gradually detaching from the web. What are we going to do? Anyone but Imp on this one.
Can I wild shape into a giant spider and try and just squirt more webbing?
Absolutely. That will still require a check of some kind because it is not a long rest resource.
Can I just roll an attack, or would you need something else?
Ooh, an attack? I think that sounds reasonable. I think an attack's okay on this one. Yeah.
Okay, let me just
It's an
bring
unusual
up
one, but I'll allow it.
Once again, I am attacking Imp as a giant spider.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So web is +5 to hit. I'll be using inspiration on that. That is a 17.
What's your AC?
Sorry, 18.
My AC is 17. 12 plus 5.
You hit. You grab Imp, and you're able to pull them back up. And the rest of you finish the walk along the ceiling and then wall, and you reach finally solid ground again. And you can see a glowing tunnel ahead of you. And let me just mark an additional success. You're at 6 out of 10. You're doing really well. There is a glowing tunnel ahead of you, and through which you can see a massive lake of magma. And it extends for quite some way. But on the other side, you can see the dragon's hoard. Now, that lake of magma is dotted with rocks that you could maybe jump to. There is the ceiling again, but you can see there's a lot of rough stalactites and shaky ground. It could be dangerous that way as well. It's going to be dangerous no matter what. This is a dragon's lair. What would you like to do? So we have a 1 in Aegis and Stonk on the docket for this. Massive lake of lava.
Yeah. I'm still a giant spider, if that helps.
Yeah, you can remain a giant spider, for sure.
Okay, fishing in the lava. No,
It comes pre-cooked.
I can use fairy fire to make all the rocks glow a different color to make sure we can see them better.
Oh, I like that. That's interesting. Fairy fire on the rocks to make them glow. That is a long rest resource for you. That's another automatic success. You had a lot of spell slots remaining. Jesus.
Yeah, I only used 1.
But yeah, that's a success. So a 1 in sends out these glowing lights, and basically it's
They're fish.
They're fish,
Obviously.
these glowing little fish that all different colors, and kind of creates a path that you can all follow. You all hop from one bit to the next, and you make some good progress. You're at 7 out of 10. All of a sudden, you land on one platform of rock, and it turns out this one is not attached underneath. This is floating on the magma, and it sluices underneath you, and looks like it's about to flip over with all of you on it. Aegis and Stonk, what are you feeling?
Okay, I think Aegis will grab his shield and kind of try and steady it, maybe stick it down, and maybe like scoop some magma to try and get them back into balance.
Almost like an oar or something.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like to roll for this?
How about a sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand. I like it. Give me sleight of hand. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, that's a 12.
That is a failure, I'm afraid. Is anyone trying to react to this, or are we going to take some damage?
Can Tattle basically turn back into a tiefling and try and use control flames to basically sort of create a small flare up to sort of balance it out, using sleight of hand as well?
Control flames. Is that a level 1?
It's a cantrip.
Okay, well, I'm going to need a skill.
Yeah, I just said sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah, you did. Well, no, Aegis has already used sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah. Can I use then...
You could make it perhaps as a dex save, like just being really quick.
Yeah, wait, do I have anything else?
You don't need to be proficient if you want to make a desperate attempt, but it helps.
Yeah. I know. What would nature work?
Nature for this, yes, but I'll make it a very high DC.
Okay.
Could I just do a con save of my own and just be like, oh, I'll take it.
No, you'll be taking damage instead. That's what your con is going to be doing for you.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm guessing this doesn't count as an animal, does it?
No.
Yeah.
Can I do a con save to basically do what? Take the shield from.
Wait.
Not take the shield from Aegis, but get to the side of him, grab it, and just repeat the motion to force us back.
Actually, I've got a question.
Yeah.
Could I do a wisdom save to see this coming and preempt it?
Wisdom save to see this coming. I like that. Give me a wisdom save. Yeah.
Yes.
Just getting ready to roll the damage.
That, Nick, is a 23.
23 is a success. You see it just about to happen, and you reach forward and grab Aegis just before. Okay, I'm going to count that as a success. Only just. You are at 8 out of 10. So you're now still floating on this almost like a boat of stone, but it's starting to slow down, and it's drifted away. It is drifted away from the next point on the path that I wanted to point it out. Stonk, have you got anything you can do to get yourself back on course?
Good question. Not immediately done for that. Wait, if Stonk has levitate, is that only on himself or?
Levitate is usually on yourself, but we are a little looser on this sort of thing. You can do it to try and lift up the rock that you're all on, if you would like.
Well, Stonk can cast levitate with the dust loop.
Okay. Yep, that's the long rest resource. So that is a success. So you get lifted up into the air, and you're now gliding towards the treasure. It is in sight. It is so close. Oh shit, that's a lot of stalactites, and the ceiling is starting to crumble around you. Everything is reset. One last check. Okay, one of you can do it. What are you gonna do?
Tattle basically starts throat singing in Druidic, and it's actually basically one of it's one of Stonk's songs.
Okay.
And and this is how she casts Thunderwave.
Okay, you cast Thunderwave and blast the stalactites. Because you've not done it yet, you can do it, and it is a fresh round on it, so you can, yeah. Another long rest resource gone, and you make it 10 out of 10 to the Dragon Horde. Well done. That was well done. Like, not a single bit of damage taken there.
I'm really very concerned about your willingness to make big booming noises in crumbling caves.
Oh yes, well we haven't left yet, have we?
No.
So
He looks at Stonk and says, sorry.
Tattle, I don't know whether I'm supposed to be flattered at the impersonation or whether I should serve you a louse.
You heard nothing.
Stonk founds the Airedale MPAA. No, the RIAA, isn't it? Yeah, the RIAA.
I'll take it as flattery for now, I suppose.
So you've reached the lair, you've reached the horde. There is a pile of, it's not a big pile because this is a wormling's horde, but you do get some gold. Now I'm going to rattle it off, but I will put it in the Discord later for you all to see. But
is this a belt like Russell wanted?
Nope. You get 90 gold pieces, 2,300 silver pieces, 4,000 copper pieces, a piece of banded agate, a turquoise, an obsidian, a malachite, an agate. Agate? Is it agate or agate? I've never known. Agate. You get a piece of chrysoprase, a piece of citrine, a piece of chalcedony, 2 pieces of chalcedony actually, a moonstone, a zircon, and a jasper. You find a small mirror set in a painted wooden frame in which is a picture of a beautiful elven woman. You find a set of 7 candlesticks bearing the holy symbol of Morion, a painting by an artist long forgotten by everyone except the dragon, a funerary urn containing remains that no one can identify, an extensive historical record in the form of carefully knotted strings, and a filter of oil of slipperiness, which is a magic item, a potion of stone giant strength, and a spell scroll for greater restoration.
Finally, we can fix our cheese shredder.
Finally, you can cure Aegis of lycanthropy.
Oh no!
Well, shouldn't have taken that deal.
I need you to know. I need you to know. I rolled that randomly. Okay? I didn't choose that just to dick over a pen. But
That's so mean.
it did it, and I had to use it. Yeah.
I can't believe you did this, Nick.
I believe it. It happens
So-
every time.
You found the law. I will say you can get out without making another skill challenge. That's fine. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
I need to mute that soundboard during this part. But yeah, you get all of that. I will put it in the Discord later so you can distribute it amongst yourselves. But you have found yourself your first ever dragon horde, I think, for all of you. Has anyone else found a horde yet? I think no, because it was
Not from this party.
not from this party. I think because it was
not as
Amity.
a character.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because it was Amity on the other quest.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of shinies. And yeah, you crawl your way out, and obviously you're greeted by Luna, Bob, and Vintage. And they're all very happy to see you. And you can move on to your final destination. Question is, are you taking a long rest first?
Yes.
Can I take a long rest at the destination?
Yeah, so it will still take 7 days, or 5 days even.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will combine the last, because you need a short rest to regain your tokens and all that. You're having a long rest anyway. We'll combine those together. And you set up camp for 5 days to tend to your wounds, to rest, to study, and to do all the sort of little things that you've been neglecting on the way, like repair armor, repair weapons, and things like that. You spend 5 days doing that, and I'm going to roll to see if anything interrupts you.
Days is 10 rations.
You're good. I rolled nothing below a 10 on that. So you're all good. Obviously, spend your rations, because, again, you're going to have to use a fair few rations there while you're resting. How are we doing rations-wise, by the way?
I still have 8.
You still have 8? That's pretty good.
Got 6.
6? That's not too bad.
Yeah. How many rations did we spend for the long rest again?
So that would have been 5 per character. So it would have been 10 for you and Luna combined during the long rest.
Okay. Well, I'm spent for rations then. Whoops.
Did you have 10, or did you have less than 10?
I had 10 exactly.
Well, then you're all right. Otherwise, you'd be risking exhaustion.
Imp has 10 left over and can share with Tattle if Tattle needs it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, she's spent for rations now, but yeah, that might come up later.
What was that, Stonk?
Stonk can also share rations if needed. He still has 9 left.
Nice. So you've still got a few rations left, which is good because you might need them. You may need to take a rest in the mines after all. If you're taking a long rest, that'll still use a day's worth of rations once you're in there. But you do arrive at the Dwarven mine. And I'm just trying to check, time-wise. I think we've got time for 1 room because it's, you can probably arrive at least.
Do you want to reveal some hexes as well?
Yeah, let's reveal some hex. That's a good point. Let's reveal a bit of fog. Let's reveal a bit of fog.
Nick,
I would also
question.
Go on, Brie.
Before the long rest started, can I say Tattle cast a good bear? No, wait, she didn't have it prepared. Never mind.
Thank you for answering your own question.
Yeah.
So I reckon you can see.
Can we
stuff
stealthily
like that.
approach this as well?
You can stealthily approach, absolutely. Let me just open up my notes for this bit.
Oh, there's a swamp to the west. I read about an old lady in the swamp that could maybe help with the werewolf. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no.
Then.
Oh, well, yeah. It's a bad time. So you
You can help with
approach,
something another time.
you approach the mine and you can see a rather imposing stone entrance in the hill wall, and it says Xos-Hivex, which is Dwarven for the deepest dark. And I know at least Aegis speaks Dwarven. But yes, Xos-Hivex. So you're both able to read that. And
What would I know about the deepest dark?
the deepest dark, you don't know a ton about it. It was not a huge mine. It was rather boisterously named for quite it's not a huge mine. It was like they were planning to make this a really big one. But then something happened and they kind of just stopped digging anymore. Kind of left in a hurry.
So it's probably quite a shallow mine. We can get this done real quick.
Yeah, it should be fine. Probably no danger in there. It would be okay.
Yeah, I'm sure what happened was just a minor problem.
Oh, terrible. But you do get, there's some writing, runes carved on the outside that reveal this was a silver mine. And you know, there's probably a fair bit of silver down there that you can find, and that could be very useful because if you take some silver back to Airedale, the smiths can maybe silver some more weapons, which is always good, or it can be used to make, you know, jewelry and that sort of thing. So it's always good, you know, it's worth money. And yeah, you can see this main entrance. What would you like to do?
Oh, before we go in, Nick, I have a question. Would Beam still work in the mine?
What do the rules say on the spell?
A silvery beam of pale light shines down on a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range until the spent and dim light fills the cylinder. It doesn't say anything about not being indoors, I guess.
Then it's fine. Some of them do specify that you've got to be under a certain amount of like distance. Like I know Call Lightning needs a certain headway. So if it doesn't specify it, yeah, of course you can.
Cool.
So I think Aegis would probably want to have a look around the outside, check out the carving and the stonework, and see if he can unveil any.
Are you stone cunning?
I am stone cunning.
You roll some stone cunning. I love a stone cunning. Go for it.
I've got to remind myself what the rules are for stone cunning. It's,
you have expertise in history checks made to identify stonework and get information that way.
All right. And this is history, which I have a -2 in normally. So
yeah, so you now have proficiency ×2 in it, which is nice.
Which is nothing because I get an 8 total.
An 8. Yeah, this is a mine for sure. This is probably
some rocks.
This is probably the best way to get in for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, go for it.
Definitely some fine dwarven work here.
Yeah.
Very well spotted, Master Dwarf.
Look, that sign there, that says Xos-Hivex. That's got to be welcome in. Even though you speak Dwarven and you know that says the deepest dark. And for a second, your brain goes, yeah, of course.
Carved well, though, isn't it?
Can Tattle look at it to just determine how well it's carved?
Yeah, absolutely. If you would like to, roll me a history check, please. If you are a dwarf with stone cunning, you may have expertise.
I'm
or
sure
if you've got like architectural tools of any kind, then I guess that would work.
Actually, yeah. Wait, what tool proficiencies does Tattle have? It doesn't come up much. Nope, unless herbalism can be used to make mine somehow.
That would be impressive. but no.
Actually, I suppose it could be used in extracting certain ores or something.
No.
Herbs.
I can use it to find herbs in a mine.
No.
That's 13.
13. Yeah, seems pretty well carved. You don't know much about stone comparatively, but it seems fine.
Nice polish on it.
Question.
Yeah.
Do all of the characters have dark vision?
Nope.
Yes, I have it.
I do.
Does?
Those of you without dark vision, you will be completely blind in the deep dark. Those of you with dark vision will be making perception checks at disadvantage. Perception checks are what are used to find traps. If you're not looking for traps actively, it is a passive perception check, which will have -5 to it.
Some does have
Yeah. Anyone have a lantern?
I have some torches.
I have impulse
Sorry, actually,
torches.
even if you are looking for traps, it's passive perception. Something I always get wrong. It's passive when you're doing something over a long time.
Also, our dogs don't have dark vision, so
That will
Mine
also
is
be a
good
problem.
in
I mean, you can leave them outside if you want. It's your call. But let me put it this way. The encounters are balanced for you having dogs there.
I mean, to be fair, they also have the sense ability, so they don't get any. They actually have advantage on perception checks.
That's true. And that would cancel out the disadvantage. Yeah.
I just use some torches.
Yeah, I think
I've got
torch is a
10,
good way to
so-
go. Yeah.
Yeah. You light some torches, make me a dexterity saving throw as the incendiary gas ignite. No, you're all right. You're all right. You're all right. You light some torches. Are you going in?
In we go.
Okay. A gravel shower sends granite chunks skittering into the dark, and as the daylight abruptly ends.
I will recommend that we put either Tattle or the Ranger in front, and then Imp will immediately have their back.
Okay. As you
Just a
pass the threshold, you smell a sweet petroleum scent. So, who's at the front?
I'm gonna. Tattle has a +7 to perception. Is that the best in the party?
yeah, that is.
Yeah, Tassle's up front then.
Tails up front. Okay.
Imp's immediately behind with the bow just pulled and ready.
Okay. So you got your torch raised. You're walking on in. What is your passive perception?
It is 17, Nick.
17. Okay. You see nothing. And that's unusual. Because the floor stops. And so do the walls. There's nothing back. The light hits something, a block of blackness ahead of you.
Is this magical darkness?
It does appear to be magical darkness, yes. It is.
Hey. And I stoop down, cast Magic Stone, and just throw one through the darkness to see what happens.
Okay, you go yeet, and you hear it clatter against some stone on the other side.
Can Vintage smell the darkness?
No.
Can we cast Magic and Missile into the darkness?
Yes, but it doesn't do much because you can't see it once it goes into the darkness. But do mark off that spell slot.
Good thing I don't have Magic Missile.
Well, then I will have you auto fail your next check for having cheated me out of a description. No, I'm kidding.
What could pierce through?
It was a classic reference, Nick.
Yeah, it was good.
What can
can-
pierce magic dark?
There are a couple of things that can pierce magic darkness. The first is a powerful enough light spell. Light doesn't, but there are things like daylight and that sort of thing. Moonbeam does not dispel magical darkness, I believe, but double check, it might.
It wouldn't, because it wouldn't be a high enough level even if it could.
Yeah.
There
it
is
does dim light
also
anyway.
one warlock form of sight that can look through magical darkness, taken usually by assholes, because it combines with the worst possible play style where you cast darkness on yourself and then no one in your team gets to play while you kill everyone yourself. It is the worst combo.
I did consider it. I'm not gonna lie.
It would be fitting for Imp, but yeah.
Can I cast Speak with Animals as a ritual and ask Luna if she smells anything?
Okay, so I'm going to roll a dungeon turn because you're now taking 10 minutes to cast something.
Before that happens, Stonk still has that flask of Stonk water that makes someone glow gold. Is that a big enough light source?
That will not beat magical darkness, I'm afraid. Magical darkness is quite powerful at early levels. Okay. But you could use it as a light source. For sure.
Yeah.
Someday when it's really necessary.
Yeah. Saving point is, you may need it later. You never know. I mean, it could be very helpful. But at the moment, you are faced with pitch black.
Is there anything like before the darkness, like on the walls or any like devices or anything that we can see?
No devices visible at all.
Anything from Luna?
Anything from Luna? Let me think. No. Luna's a bit freaked out. Like, this isn't natural. Hackles are raised. Luna's saying, this isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. I smell petrol.
Petrol.
How does Luna know what petrol is?
Petroleum is naturally occurring.
Yeah. It's, technically petrol, short for petroleum spirit.
Yeah, smells of essentially like oil, basically. I smell oil. Smells like lamp oil, maybe. That's probably closest. Lamp oil.
So, yeah, I'm just surprised that the dog knows it.
Can I use control flames just to make my torch flicker in there and see if anything lights up?
Sure. Nothing happens. The moment the torch goes in there, you can't see anything.
While they're all like trying to figure out how to break the darkness, Imp's tying a rope around himself and he's gonna toss it to whoever's nearest and say, "Hold that for me." And I'm just gonna stroll into the darkness, one hand on a wall.
Aegis will grab the rope.
You stroll into the darkness and you immediately step into a pit. Please make me a dexterity saving throw as you reach to grab a ledge.
You nicked it.
Anyway, we had to find out somehow, and Imp does not have as much patience as the rest of you. One. I don't have any lights, so I'm using an online.
Is it still dark in there, or is it like just a wall of darkness?
Oh, it's pitch black in there. Yeah, it's a big cube of darkness.
We have a problem. The total for that is 6. My modifier is +5.
Okay. So you sink immediately and fall down. Yes, Brew?
Do they get advantage because we're holding a rope, or
No.
Okay.
This is a quick thing, and you're falling into the pit. The pit is not that deep, I'm afraid, so 50 feet of rope is not going to be helping you here. You land, but don't worry. Something's there to break your fall. Poison spikes.
Skeletons.
You take...
Wait, hold up. If Aegis had the rope, would they have been holding just the very end of it, or would they not have? Or would he not have
been lowering it, like letting it through gradually?
Yeah, and then it suddenly speeds up, and you grab for it.
Okay, Aegis, make me a saving throw. Strength saving throw.
Okay.
Good point. That is a good point, actually.
There's a 23.
23. Okay, so you grab it just in time. Imp, you slam against the wall. You will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage instead of what was going to be a lot more. Trust me on that. You are in complete darkness on a slippery wall. The wall is oily.
But I have not fallen out of the magical darkness.
No, you're in pitch black. Scrabbling against a oily wall.
Aegis will be pulling him back.
Okay, Aegis, you pull them back. And gradually you're pulled back up. So there's still that darkness.
How many? That was 8, you said?
4.
4. I don't think it was 8.
Hey, Nick, question. Since Tattle probably knows how quickly her magic stone moves, could she throw another magic stone and sort of use it to gauge how long the pit is?
Sure, I think you can try that gradually. I will have a dungeon turn happen, though, because this is going to take enough time. And in fact, actually, I should have already had a dungeon turn happen for the ritual. So the first dungeon turn, you can hear shaking.
I think you did say that happened.
Yeah, I just didn't actually resolve it. So you can hear shaking from behind you, and the walls are starting to quake. If you would like to spend a second dungeon turn, you can do that.
Can I first have a quick scene with Enfys? Like, Stonk walks up to Enfys after Enfys gets pulled back up and goes, what were you hoping to achieve with that?
To know what's in the darkness, and now we know.
Oh, wasn't it darkness?
It's okay, Stonk. I had him. I had them.
I put my hand into the magical darkness and still say, darkness, we had to know. Like, this is...
Well, if you think you know what's down there, that's what a fool believes.
No, look.
Well. Hey.
Finally got to say the line.
If nothing else, this endeavor wasn't pointless. Good job, Imp.
Thank you, Tattle. Somebody recognizes my talents.
Okay.
Nick, can I discern anything about the rumbling cave?
You can try. Make me a... We're going to take this as stone cunning, I think, actually. This is related to stone. I think stone cunning's probably your best shot on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the stone cunning is not working out. That's a 9.
Oh, no. That would with expertise, with a +4 plus your whatever your intelligence is.
I have -2 history because I am a dummy.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Something is happening. It could be a cave-in. You were not too far away from a magma caldera. There could be volcanic activity here as well. Something's going on though, and it is getting worse as time goes on.
I cast detect magic, and I'm aware of the magical darkness. I'm looking for other ping.
Okay, you get a ping from the magical darkness immediately. This is your action, isn't it? Yeah, so it's not a dungeon turn to do it. And you get a second ping. There is something magical attached to the spikes themselves at the bottom of the pit, which I'm going to say you couldn't see, but you are now getting a ping off of something at the bottom of the pit. And I've already told you there's spikes there, so I'm okay telling you that. But you don't know there's spikes, but you know there's something at the bottom of the pit that is pinging as well.
I want to go back down. How far did I have an idea of how far I fell down and I got pulled back up?
You went down about 5 feet before you got pulled back up.
That's nowhere near the range of. It's got to be at least
quick.
15 foot of darkness. I'm going to sigh, tell everyone about the magical the magical something down there, and like that might be a way of turning this off so we can see what's going on. I want to go back down there.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay.
Tattle, are you spending 10 minutes skipping stones?
I think if we've already got a plan, I'm not going to.
Okay. So, Imp, you're getting ready to go down. You start climbing down. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw, please, immediately, because this wall is covered in oil.
I was hoping for another abseiling sort of situation. But yeah, I can give you a dex save.
We're still lowering you on the rope.
We're back in raw world now.
Okay, that was better. That was the 16.
16's good. 16's good. You keep your footing, despite the fact it's really slick. Like, you're also quite slick as well from having fallen against it. Like, there's this sort of jelly attached to you. Doesn't hurt or anything, just feels oily and greasy. And yeah,
Don't cast Hellish Rebuke today.
You're able to descend further. You go about 10 feet down, like this. And you reach what appears to be like spikes of wood at the bottom that are all pointing up. They're quite sharp. You find them with your hands first in the darkness.
Okay. I would like to manifest a weapon and just hack at them a little bit so I've got space to stand without having to be too careful.
Okay. You manifest a weapon You strike at it, and the moment you break one of those sticks, the magical ping goes boop, and the stored magic there ends, and the walls and the oil ignite. You're now on fire. You take 9 points of fire damage, halved of course because of tiefling fire resistance.
Yep, so 4.
4. But you are on fire. You will take this damage for as long as you're covered in oil.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You're taking this stoically down there without letting anyone know. The fireball is lapping at the rope as well.
I am
the rope is also covered in
immediately
oil.
shouting out to pull me up fast.
Okay, Aegis, you're pulling up quick. I don't need a check on that. That's fine. You can pull them up. The rope is on fire. Imp is on fire. How are you helping? How are you helping? Like this is basically napalm. How are you getting napalm off of Imp?
I control flames to put the fire out.
Lovely. That's great. That works. Control flames.
I lost my concentration on detect magic, by the way. I rolled a 9. No, wait, 9 plus con modifier, so I succeeded.
You succeed.
Oh,
well, that ping at the bottom of the pit is gone now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting to get a smell of like fire, basically, like wood smoke and that sort of thing. And the corridor is starting to fill with smoke as well. Not too quickly that you've got to worry immediately, but if you spend too long here, you might need to leave to get fresh air.
No one can hold their breath for an hour. That doesn't help anyone else, but
You'll probably be all right, Awanan. You'll probably be all right.
We were right next to the entrance, so.
yes.
Oh, did anyone put me out, or do I need to roll in the dirt?
Yeah.
Tattle put you out with control flames.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, I missed that. Sorry.
I also as I'm putting them out, I also make him turn into a hand, which flips Imp off.
Lovely.
Be more careful next time.
Y'all are taking so long. Like, I'm a person of action.
Can any of you magical people like do the wind one? Maybe we can blow all of this smoke and flames away.
That's more of a druid thing.
I didn't have gust of wind prepared today. Sorry.
Oh, how about your wavy one?
My wavy one?
You do the one that blasts stuff, right?
Yes, you mean to put out fire?
Oh, I don't know how this magic stuff works. Maybe that could help.
There's a lot of fire down there.
Wait, question. Are these non-magical flames?
They are non-magical flames.
Control flames.
You can't see them though.
You can't see them.
Doesn't say anything about... Wait.
The very first line, I'm afraid.
So long as
Oh, yeah.
There's oil down there, it's going to keep burning anyway. So you'll put one out and it'll immediately reignite.
Strictly speaking, I think if I could see them, I'd be able to just sort of keep pushing the fire back until it's completely out, but yeah.
Can water help?
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
You can
Not
put
on oil.
water on the oil fire if you want. D&D is a game where you can do anything.
Does anyone have a very large damn towel?
Does anyone have a fire extinguisher?
No.
I mean, we could just go and wait outside until it puts itself out, until it burns
I'm
out.
thinking that's what we have to do.
Wait. I've got create or destroy water prepared.
Oh
no.
That'd potentially work, yeah. As you're talking about all of this, the rumbling is getting louder and louder and louder, and the entrance collapses in.
Oh dear.
Throw some rocks down there.
I've set up dungeon turns that will happen all throughout this. It is not a safe thing to do a ritual anymore.
Okay. Well, we've got plenty of sand.
we are now trapped in a place filling with smoke, so we probably need to be quite quick.
If you want to do the create or destroy water, you can give that a go.
Yeah, but I mean, it is an oil fire, so maybe that's not the best of ideas.
It might work at the very least on a temporary basis because it's a sheer volume of water.
Yeah, you might succeed in smothering it.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, there is an option to make it sort of fall as a rain instead of just appear within the oil, so...
How much water can you make?
A 30-foot cube of rain.
So it's a fair chunk of water, yeah.
That is a lot of water.
Yeah. Or I can create up to 10 gallons of clean water, destroy up to 10 gallons of water, or I can clear away
bit you don't need at the moment. So, what is the plan?
That sounds like our best shot right now, especially with the time consideration.
Okay. Tattle reaches into her water skin and has a small single drop of water on her finger. She mutters in Druidic and just basically she sort of rubs her fingers together until it just sort of evaporates from the friction. And then she brings her hand down and it just starts raining.
Okay.
Although we can't see it because of the darkness.
You hear this fizzly sound as the flaming spikes gradually extinguish, but there's this spitting sound as the oil cools down. And it sounds like it's bubbling up a little bit, but you're okay. It's not getting too close. Yeah, that's a great idea. The magical darkness is still there. The pit is still there. But the fire is out.
I go back
I'm
in.
sure you've got it all before, but I never really had a doubt.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, Imp absolutely immediately wants to just go back down there.
I guess it's filled with water now, so we can just swim across.
Hassel grabs them.
If you want to.
Is the pit filled with water, or is the water drained away?
It is. Well, you don't know actually.
Or if like we reach over the edge.
You can do that if you would like. Reach over the edge tentatively.
I recast detect magic.
You're getting only a ping from the darkness now.
Only the darkness. The magic set off the fire. Let me go have a look.
There might still be poison spikes down there, though, right?
I mean,
yeah.
I think they'll fire icy spikes, to be fair.
They were poisoned as well. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Why stop at one feature?
Wow. Well, whoever built this dungeon just had a bit of budget bloat. That's all I'm saying.
Poison's not that expensive. Plus, dwarves are, half immune to poison, so they would use it.
So, y'all gonna let me go down now?
Yeah, we'll be doing the rope thing again, right?
Yeah.
Are they leaning over?
If you die and go to hell, and I have to go back, I have to go find you, I'm never letting you live it down,
I'll outlive you at that point. It's fine. Ashmedite gave me immortality. I'm good. Trust me.
Okay.
Hassel sighs and lets them go.
You climb down. You're in pitch blackness. Your face touches the water. And then you submerge yourself under the water and you find the poison spikes. Luckily, you're doing it carefully, so you're not, immediately poisoned. But you're now underwater, faced with a lot of poison spikes in your way. What's the plan?
Okay.
I mean, you could swim across the water, I suppose.
How deep is the water?
The water is, you don't know how deep because you can't find the bottom yet because of the spikes. But it's certainly, there's a distance between the water and the spikes that you can probably swim over.
Okay, so I will gradually, slowly and carefully, feeling my way out ahead of me before I collide with anything, make my way away from the party.
Mm-hmm. So you gradually make it to the other side of what was a 10-foot wide pit. And you can climb up. It was always jumpable.
Amazing.
Ironically, I should have just done the stones.
The stones would have done it, yeah. It's just that the amount of time taken to judge the distance would have been a dungeon turn, that's all.
Do I walk out of the magical darkness? Is my next question.
You walk out of the magical darkness.
Awesome.
And you see the corridor extend onward and then end at a heavy-set stone door.
Excellent. I call out to everyone. It's not that long of a jump, about maybe 10 foot as I swam it. Pay attention to where the edge is. You will be blind, but you can jump it. I'll try and catch you.
And everyone else can jump across, because 10 foot is jumpable for everyone. Even if you've got negative strength, you can jump 10 feet, I believe.
Except for Corthan.
Except for Corvin, who cannot jump anything at all.
That was so fun.
Yep, so you all hop across and you find Imp on the other side, and you see this heavy-set stone door. Now, we'll be ending up pretty soon, but I just want to introduce the next room, and then we'll end there. So I'm going to actually open a map so that you can see it, because I went to the effort of making one. You enter an ornate entrance hall. We can put some tokens on next time because you don't need them at the moment. There's columns on either side. There's a little faint light. It's fake light. It's artificial, but there's no apparent source. There's no skylight or anything, but it's ever so slightly in there. So this room is in dim light. You can see these pillars on either side. They're beautiful. They're ornate. They're carved in runes. There is a beautiful red carpet along the ground. It's faded now and threadbare and moth-eaten, but you could tell it was beautiful when it was first made. It's got gold trim all over it, and it is detailing this just this gorgeous scene of a famous dwarven battle. Aegis, give me a history check. It might be one you recognize.
All right. Is this a stone cunning or just a history?
Just a history. This is dwarven history for you.
Oh, yay. And that's a 1.
It's a 1. Nah, no idea. But it's beautiful. It was probably pretty important. And you can see this. There's a throne at the far end. This is probably where the Mountain King or the Mountain Queen would meet with visitors. So you can tell from how ornate this is, they were definitely expecting this to become a full-on mountain home. You know, this wasn't just going to be a mine. This was going to be a home for people, and they'd already started working on it when they abandoned it. Let me just get to the thing here. So
I take it we've entered through the left side of this.
Yeah, you've entered through the left side. You don't need tokens, as I say, at the moment. And you can see that there are sconces on the pillars that each can bear a torch, and the throne is this beautiful, immaculate stone, very square sort of shaped thing. It's kind of quite brutalist, but ornately carved as well. Almost sort of like a mix between brutalism and Art Deco going on with it, in that it's these quite sheer cubic shapes, but then you've got these lovely angular silver inlays in it. And it has a carving of a number of monsters on there. Whoever would like to look at those may give me a nature check to identify those.
No, never mind.
Come on, druidic wisdom. Oh wait, no, that nature's intelligence, but I'm proficient anyway.
Ooh, it's intelligence. Oh, I'll roll it.
That's an 8.
Well.
That's an 8. So what you see is there is a dragon.
I got a 15.
Okay, so Tattle, what you see, there is a dragon, there is a rock, and there is quite clearly an eagle. Imp, you, however, correctly identify a wyvern, a griffin, and a peryton. And they're beautiful, beautiful drawing engravings of them. And as you're looking at this whole place, you can see there's a door next to the throne that continues on. There's also this sort of broken wall to the south there with a massive gash in it that looks like you could probably squeeze through. And just as you're sort of looking at all this, the walls shake again and crumble, and there's dust coming down from the ceiling, and emerging from the walls 20 massive chittering insects. They are alien in their appearance, very jagged. Those of you who are familiar with Warhammer, they look very much like Tyranids, that sort of shape. They're on 6 legs with these massive mouths, and they are Kruthiks, and they come through the walls at you. And the players probably finally worked out the pun in the name, as you are in danger darkness with dwarves. In Xos-Hivex, which is an anagram for Hox's 4. Welcome to the Dwarven Mines. We will have a combat with all of those creatures coming through next time.
Before we end, I have one question, Nick.
Go for it.
Is there any significance to this pillar not having a torch?
I just like not having symmetrical stuff in there.
That's fair.
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I like asymmetry.
Put a torch on her and they all disappear.
Asymmetry, if you will.
Yes, but yeah, we're gonna end there. I will put your I'll put your loot in the Discord, and I'll let you have your XP in a second. But I'm going to say goodnight to you all and go to the goodbye screen.